He says he's never called us out. That's
He has
bullshit.
called me out. He watched my video on his stream. We're live, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Lady
Cool.
Hopium, if you would like to
This
set
is
up a
fucking
time,
hilarious.
You can get my email address very easily. Let's talk privately. Let's set it up. And depending on the day, I can be more than willing at damn near any time in the universe.
Any time in the universe except for this one.
Yeah. I'm not a hard dude to find. Not that I really have that much interest in it.
Yes, you are a hard dude to find. You have barely any social media.
I mean, I don't give a shit. But
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this bitch.
every time I have to deal with you fuckers, it's
biatch.
because you people contact me, not the other way around.
Cause he. Oh my god. Cause he's not easy to get a hold of.
He's not. He has barely any social
And he,
media. He
like-
just has that one email. That's it.
He keeps calling us out like constantly. And he keeps challenging us. And then I love how he'll bring you on. Like, see, I told you he was gonna refuse because
Yep.
he was fine with you because I guess you were like, you've been nice to him up until this point, but I feel like you really destroyed him, like in this last conversation. So now he's scared.
It's just YouTube,
Yeah, now he's
lady.
afraid, which is kind of weird because like
Here's
this
a
is our one
thought.
opportunity to really have you
Instead
talk
of
to him,
wondering
and
the
he's
rest
refusing.
of the evening whether or not I'm gonna
What
set
a-
up a debate with you or not, here's a thought. Get your fucking little wand out, watch some porn, jerk off, and go to bed. You'll have a much better night.
Watch.
Watch some porn. Well, maybe I will, but
Yeah, maybe, but I can
that's
I can
separate
I
from
can
this.
wipe the floor with you a little bit too. So that's the thing too. Before I started
Here's the
streaming,
thing. They come in.
before I started streaming,
like
he was
Catalyst
like
said.
he was
Aggressive.
like, "Oh, debate me when I'm not drunk."
We've had
And I'm like,
discussions, how Lee's had
dude,
discussions with me
I
when
would
I'm
debate
wasted.
you if I was wasted. I wouldn't
While he's
care.
sitting there at
Doesn't
the
matter.
bar.
I would get wasted and go fucking debate him.
You could still win easily, sweep the floor. Like that's the fucking thing. He's just using that as an
This is the
excuse
thing.
to like feel better about himself,
And
which is sad.
Again, this is the thing.
He's-
When I've already explained when you're... You know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to explain anything again. I have no need to. I have no desire to. I don't care to. I'm done.
Someone in his chat is like,
Okay,
"How about you
like I
take
said
on
last
Dave
night,
now?
you
I
can
see you're
always
live
fuck
streaming."
off and leave
Yeah,
me
I would take Dave now.
I didn't ask for a damn thing. You asked me for things. And then you want to try and bail
I literally just told that Brian Hicks guy that,
when
that she wants to talk to
everything
him
gets
live.
heated.
He is too scared because he's drunk, as if he hasn't done several fucking like he's always fucking
I put the
drunk.
ball in your guys'
Imagine if
court.
we came at him with the same
Most of
energy
the
that he
night
came at us when he was like, "Come on, Underhaven, come on the
Anyway,
show. What are you,
I don't
pussy?"
care.
It's like, god damn, we're not being that fucking harsh. He doesn't care apparently.
He doesn't give a shit.
Dave doesn't fucking care.
I love it because he's acting like we care that much. It's just like, okay, I see
It's
he's
fun.
live, so I'll challenge him. I'll say, yeah, I'll go debate you.
It's entertaining. It's all in good faith, at least on our
Would
part,
you,
not on
Lady
his part.
Hopium,
But
if
like, it's
I
all in
did
good faith on
actually
our
let you
part.
on,
So
would
what's
you
the fucking
actually
harm?
argue in good faith, or would you just
Oh my God.
attempt to insult me, which is
Oh
going
my
to
god,
mean
he
less
actually
than
kind of
nothing.
wants to let you on.
Just not for nothing.
Oh my god, Jamie, this might actually happen.
Would you actually have any valid counterpoints to anything I said, or any arguments I brought up in the past, or any of my cooking videos, or
You're
anything at all?
cooking. He's still obsessed with the cooking
Or would you
videos.
just attempt to call me dumb, stupid, short, fat, ugly, bearded, neckbeard, racist, misogynistic piece of white supremacist trash?
I'm like, I'm not interested in ad homs. I'm more interested in your fucking ideas. I don't look. Do I get a little fucking mean sometimes on Underhaven? Sure. Like, that's the fucking nature of reaction fucking streams, you know?
Sure, like,
But, like,
we're
I-
far
I-
from the
You've
worst
also
fucking
said
people when it comes to
several
that.
times
Far
I
from the
usually
worst.
try to engage in good faith.
that I'm kind of done with them. They don't have the balls to
We don't-
contact me one-on-one.
Oh my god, he
Something
keeps moving the goalposts. We don't have the balls. We don't have the
Tell you
balls.
what,
Like,
Lady Hopium,
I'm
I will
ready to
accept
jump
your
on now.
challenge if you go through the proper channels. If you do
Oh,
not,
shit.
I'm not doing it. And
I
I'm
have
moving
to-
on from this
The proper
conversation.
channels.
You either contact me.
Fine,
through
shoot him an
the
email real
contact
fast.
info that is publicly available on my YouTube channel, or I'm not doing it.
Whatever, play his game. It'll be too entertaining if
Where's
you
it?
actually do it.
Ah, fuck, where's his email?
I'll shoot it to you, okay? I'll put it in the private chat. One
God
second.
fucking damn this motherfucker.
I
He's
know.
so-
I
he's-
know.
And
I know.
Like, he's brought you on so many fucking
nice
times.
goalpost movement.
Well, he has my email.
An email
there you go.
address, and there's where I win Underhaven.
PPS. There you go.
Because she knows if she sets something
Why are you
up
talking to
with
me?
I'm showing up sober and drinking water for the debate. She knows that if she catches me right now on After Last Call, of course I've had several, and, you know, hygiene.
You've always had several.
He's so scared because he's
But
like,
no,
I don't want to
Lady
debate you
Hopium,
drunk. I don't want to debate
I
you
will
drunk.
happily take you on. but
I thought
not
I was
tonight.
a weak little
You
pussy.
must go
I thought I was a
through
weak
the
little bitch.
Publicly available email.
He's getting
on my
mad.
channel,
I sent you the
and
email,
we
by
can
the way.
set something up.
P.
But I'm not
B.
gonna be drinking
S.
for it. By the way,
Corporation.
on the
Corporation, I
Geek
shit you not.
Dan, whatever the fuck
Corporation.
podcast, where I was ambushed.
The Geek Dan podcast.
I didn't drink for that either.
The Geek
I was
Dan
completely sober
podcast.
when I was on with them.
He calls
No,
it Geek
eventually,
Dan.
once I knew it was just a shit show, I started drinking. But at that point, who the fuck can blame me for that? But no, you want to fight me. You want to debate my ideas.
He'll say the same thing when you debate
Then
him.
shouldn't you want the best me out there? Shouldn't you want the best me out there?
I don't
will
care,
happily
dude.
Debate you.
You know
not
what? I
now.
do want to debate I
Not
guess the best Dave. You know, that's
Hell, if
fine.
I got time,
It's
we
just
can do it
he's
tomorrow.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to go to fucking PBS Corporation.
yeah. I'll email him. It's just like I
Yeah.
I don't know. He's pulled you on so
I
many
know,
fucking
I
times.
know.
So many fucking times.
By Anna, I assume.
And
you
he acts
mean
like we're scared.
Underhaven. No, he shows up a lot of the times, and I don't bring him on. In fact, last night was the first time in probably 6 months I brought him on.
That's not even true.
It's happened like 5 times.
And
6
actually,
months.
Look, let's be honest.
It's been like
honest
3
with
months
me,
at
I'll
most.
Just be real. It's Andy, not Anna.
Okay. Nice
Andy?
transphobia.
What the fuck?
Not even
My name
true.
was never Andy.
Andy. Andy,
And-
yo.
Anyway,
Andy
I'm done
Manson.
with these people.
Oh my
go.
god.
Ah.
Yo, what up, guys? Whatever. I
You
guess
just
we're
even get
just
the whole, like,
trolling
The
Dave at this
6-month
point.
part
Yeah,
or
what's up,
the
folks? I should
fact
go, like,
that,
look at your chat.
Anna is a
See
guy.
what they're up to.
Anna is a non-binary person.
Because I've watched
Ooh.
his YouTube videos, and that is a man.
Just 1 second. I'll reply to him. 1 second.
I guess. Well, whatever. I'm a man too to
Underhaven
him.
still has
So
a dick.
Okay.
you still have a dick, so you're a man. I guess so is Blair White then.
There, I just blew his fucking mind. There we go. I just blew Dave's fucking mind right there. Let's see how he reacts to that. They're probably gonna think that's even crazier. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
What?
you're like, you don't call yourself a woman, but then he's gonna be like, you fucking Non-binary weirdo.
He doesn't know what that means. What's he gonna say? Like, what's he gonna fucking say? Wow, they're really trying to trigger me here by saying that my name is Andrew. That's really fucking funny to me.
Andrew. What's the matter, Andrew? You don't like being called Andrew?
That's
We're just
actually,
gonna
like,
pick a
that's actually
random
member of
name.
my family.
I love how he's just he's silently been reading the chat for like the last
yeah.
minute.
He says he wasn't gonna talk about us. But, like,
Oh my God.
I can't. Do you think he's gonna reply to the thing that I said?
Maybe.
He's gonna reply to that? Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I gotta deal with this one.
They want the president's bill to pass in its...
What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh, he's looking at content. Okay.
Is he gonna finally move on?
Move on. No, I guarantee you he won't move on because like he's the type of person who'll say he'll move on, but if we say something in the chat, he won't be able to help himself.
I know. No, look, I don't want to just pick on him while he's drunk. Honestly, the reason I showed up is because I was hoping he would chat with me. If he's literally too drunk, that's whatever. It's fine.
If you want to be a long-haired dude, I can show you how to do that.
What?
Anyway, I'm dealing with this.
They today are flexing their muscles as progressives,
Oh my God.
counting their...
Ooh, yes, they're flexing their teensy wing, their itsy bitsy.
Oh, the chat's telling me how
yellow
non-binary
toe,
people don't exist.
Yeah,
You
there's
know-
only star
itty
systems
bitty
apparently.
fucking muscles today.
All right,
members,
well,
of whom there are many, taking a
I guess
stand
fuck Dave.
today and tonight.
You guess?
I only went live because I was hoping I could pull him into a conversation.
It almost happened.
Yeah.
It almost
$1
happened.
bill.
Yeah,
I
it
was like,
funny.
oh wait, he's gonna pull me in. Let's go live. But then he's like, you know what? No, never mind. I don't want to bring you on. You have to email me. And
What an asshole! Getting all our hopes up.
I know, right? I wanted to. Oh,
Finding that special guy.
What's
She
he going
ran
on?
into the problem every trans
One
person
last call
runs
for
into,
alcohol.
and that is straight men do not want to suck cock. Again, if I meet
I know
a girl
straight men
and
that
like
that don't
her,
mind sucking cock.
Wait, is he
and
talking about
she
me?
reveals to me that she's got the same equipment as me, the sexual relationship is dead.
The same equipment.
Everything else is dead. Am I gonna be pissed if I kissed her? No, it's just a kiss. Who cares? But will I be her friend? Yeah, I'll be your buddy. We can go to the ball game together.
Wait, he's
Hell,
actually.
I'll go to the ball game with Underhaven.
Is he actually saying like he's gendering a trans woman properly and
Will I go?
He does. He usually does that when he's sober. I've noticed that he does that
Except
usually when he
one.
is sober. But when he's drunk,
not
it's like a
gonna fuck
50-50 if he'll do that properly.
Why? I don't like dudes. And yes, it does come down to genitals. I don't fucking care.
for you
if
it
some
comes down to
jackass
genitals. It doesn't
says,
come down
"Well,
to
7-year-olds
genitals for
have
everybody.
penises." No, they don't. No, they fucking don't.
And I wonder, does Dave want to fuck every woman he ever sees?
Again, if I was bisexual, I could probably
guess.
deal with it.
If you were bisexual.
Because genitals at that point wouldn't mean a damn thing to me.
That's not necessarily what bisexual means, that
But
genitals don't mean anything to
I'm
you.
a straight
That's
male.
like pansexual,
I'm
kind of.
not
Yeah.
attracted to cock.
That's more close to pansexual.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I guess that actually is pretty much
yeah,
what
you're gonna have to
pansexual
get your jollies off somewhere else. But again,
I said go to a ball game with me, Dave.
everything else.
A ball game.
Go to
tell
a ball
you
game
what,
with
if
me.
you pass as well as Blair White does, I might even do a bit of a cuddle.
Damn.
Maybe.
Damn.
Aw.
What if I get to the point where I pass
Wait.
well enough, he'll cuddle with me.
Wait a minute.
But when it comes
That's
to,
the fucking
you
look into the
know,
psyche right
me
there.
pulling the
Dave is
pants
totally fucking
down
attractive.
and
100%
everything,
like,
yeah, not gonna fucking happen.
That's the fucking tell right there.
They are not going to settle for the small bipartisan
that
bill
comment I made?
that
I don't know if
some
it
Senate
showed up or
Republicans want, and that
Tell you what, Lady Hopium, I would happily go to a ball game with you.
He's
Oh,
You would
that's,
like it,
that's
but
actually wholesome. There we
there you
go.
go.
Wow.
conservative Democrats
I said, oh,
say
if I
they are
pass well enough, you'll
prioritizing.
cuddle with me,
The
heart.
progressives are insisting that nobody's going to get anything.
You know
unless
what?
the
I
infrastructure
unironically,
bill, the
I would
big
love
one,
to just have
moves
some
as
fun
well.
with Dave right now. I
Christ's
wouldn't
sake,
fuck on
sit
him.
down and have
take
beer
Dave
with
out to the ball
AOC.
I wouldn't be mean to him. I would be having fun with him right
Because
now.
I'm also a big believer in also at times in good faith meeting people I disagree with in discussion. That means
Yeah.
yes.
I
Would
agree.
I go
Opportunity.
to a
Use
football
your
game with
opportunity,
Anita
right?
Sarkeesian? Yes. Would I go and have dinner with AOC?
Whoa,
Yes.
even Anita.
AOC too.
Hell, would I have
Damn.
dinner with Nancy Pelosi?
Even if
You're
she wore the
damn
dress?
Right. Would I go to Elizabeth Warren's house?
Oh,
and
I
watch
wouldn't
her
do that.
awkwardly
Not even
drink
I would do
beer
that.
Into a camera. And
Oh God, desolators
probably
in the
serve
chat.
Me a subpar meal.
Oh,
yes.
jeez.
Oh God.
I would go there.
Wah, wah.
I would be there. But again,
Were they
I don't have
introduced
to fuck any
to
of
fucking
them.
Dave?
I have no idea.
Probably.
Carmilla Jayapal today, in response to questions from those reporters that you just saw, she said today that they
Dude,
are
Dave's gonna get
not
sick of him in like 2 seconds.
He
In your
is.
view, based on
Like, seriously.
Mr. Speaker, are these
Tell you what, if you were at my house and you passed well enough, Lady Hopium, and if I was probably drunk enough,
This
yeah, I'd go.
this stream's getting removed too, isn't it?
He said he would cuddle with me. Oh my God. He said, "Damn, that's goals, yo. That's goals.
Oh my God.
I gotta get far enough in my transition that Dave will cuddle with me.
without the reconciliation?
Hell's yeah. All right, that's my
Mother
new
Hubbard.
life mission.
Mother Hubbard, yeah.
I'll cuddle with Dave. I'll make all his
very strongly we're going to deliver
you know,
the
all his
entirety of the
doomerism go
presidency.
away.
Except
I'll give him the hopium
you
cuddle.
Oh, I'm
do
sure.
not have the votes you think you do
Oh my
in
God.
the House. And
This
in
is
the
too
Senate,
funny.
And if I was
This
any
is funny.
This is
fun
funny.
and
I-
funny.
Democratic representative that
See, this is why, like,
won by
we've had
less
way
than
more
a
fun with
toenail.
interacting with Dave than any of these other motherfuckers. So, like, you know.
It is, yo.
I'd be
This is why I want to
seriously
talk to
voting
Dave. I want to have
against
fun with
this.
Dave. I don't want to be mean to
All
Dave.
these progressives,
I like Dave.
squad, whatever
And yet
the
you
fuck
so against it.
members,
Like, what the fuck?
I want.
They are all elected. in
Like, he's
ultra
bitching about a progressive
slave
on a video right now. He could actually talk
districts.
to a progressive right now if he wanted to.
You know what's funny? Like I unironically
Okay.
mean it when I say that
They do not
Dave-
have to fight for their seats.
I do. Dave reminds me of me
Vote blue,
like 3
no
years
matter
ago.
who.
Okay, he
I think
does.
a lot of people were like Dave 3 years ago.
Right, and like I believe Dave can be better. I do. Will he? I don't fucking know. Probably not. But like, I believe anyone can be better, and I want people to be better.
And I don't
So I'll
have much to say because she hasn't been a thing.
I'll always reach out to people. You know, I'll always listen to people.
You know what's really cringe?
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed. I don't even know if I should bring this up, but
I
like,
just-
Desolator's still trying to sexualize you,
I
even
don't
in
know where
Dave's
else to go
fucking
with
chat.
that.
It's really fucking weird.
Yeah, it's really creepy. I can't. Whatever.
That just validates the fact that he's been banned from the server because, like, come on, that's so classless and tasteless.
All right, let's move on to something else.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something.
I don't
else.
like. I'll be honest. I don't like being thirsted over creepily. Like I don't like that.
I do, but you're a different person. You're entitled
Right.
to not like. Want
No,
that.
some people like it. I don't. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't mind people like finding me attractive or whatever, but like I don't want to like, oh yeah, like I want
No,
to bend
I'm
you
not.
over or whatever. Like I don't
Yeah.
like don't.
It's
don't
it's
be
one thing
creepy.
to like. It's one thing to be like really nice and sweet and respectful about it, like Ann
Right.
Kennedy is, and it's
Merciful
like another thing to be
vitriol.
weird and creepy about it, like
Right.
Desolator is.
And
You know
I
what I
can't
mean?
do that at
Like
this
yeah, I wanna
No,
fuck
I
you,
wanna
yo. It's like, dude,
absolutely
like.
smash them out.
Don't make me part of your fucking jerk off fantasy, okay? You can
And
fantasize
I'm
about me
pretty
all you
sure
fucking want,
that-
but like, you gotta keep that shit to
Well,
yourself,
Andre
you know?
Hammond will be back 'cause he needs
That's the one thing that makes me hesitant to start like an OnlyFans, because I know that people will be creepy, and I feel like people will be like, oh well, why are you gonna put content of yourself like that up if you don't expect people to be creepy? But like,
I want this.
That's like the same argument used to be like, don't wear that around a club.
Right, it is.
Like, that's
it
really,
is.
like,
It is. It's a bullshit argument. You can't like. It's victim blaming. It's like, no, like I can like do, you know, some like moderately sexually explicit things. You know, I could be a fucking stripper. That doesn't mean that people are allowed to like grab my ass and touch me or whatever. You know.
I should pull that shit up.
You don't get to rape strippers or prostitutes. Okay, they're still people. They still have to consent.
Yeah, they do. Just because they're on the internet doesn't mean that they're just like holograms.
And
is it
probably not, because the
What's he talking about?
footage, at least I've seen.
No, he's on some other shit.
Yeah, he's on some other bullshit.
Oh god. What?
I'm gonna put something in the chat if I can think of something. Like, if I can think of something to respond to what he's saying, I'll say something.
Sorry,
just for shits and
Hopium,
giggles.
I don't know how to play with these younger people. She was a TJ fan. Jeez. He's such... Okay, whatever. That's why he's not allowed back in my community. He's so annoying. Whatever.
He's not allowed in mine anymore either, because he was being a dick to everybody, so...
Yeah.
Also stressing out all the women.
Yeah.
All the women, in particular. Kind of strange. Oh.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. You know, I'll be honest. I didn't really get that shit before I was a woman. Like, I was just kind of like, oh, like, whatever. Like, why are women so, like, annoyed? You know, why are women always complaining about this shit? And now I'm just like, and I haven't even gotten it anywhere near as bad as most women do, okay? And have for most of their lives. And I'm already fucking sick of it. So, like... I get why most women are like, oh my fucking god, like, leave me alone, stop with this shit. And, you know, because, like, guys be thirsty, alright? Guys be thirsty all the fucking time. Anyway, yeah, I guess, Dave is, moved on. We don't gotta fuck with Dave anymore. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can, I don't know if you want to stick around or not. I might go for a little bit longer.
Oh yeah, we could take a look at I was gonna pull some Right Wing Watch clips if you want to check out their Twitter. Like
Right wing. Oh yeah, we can go to the Right Wing Watch Twitter, which
Yeah.
I keep forgetting exists. It's a good way to it's a good source for content.
Oh, it's the best place for content. Like, whenever I don't have anything else and I still want to stream that day, I'm just gonna check out that Twitter and be like, hey,
Yeah, because like I usually go to their fucking YouTube channel when
which
I
is
don't
always
know.
barren.
Yeah.
They post multiple times on their Twitter a day. They post on their YouTube channel maybe once a week. Sad. But you know what? Twitter
Alright.
probably gets them less for like taking it down. Probably, because
Yeah, true.
Jack jacks off a little bit less than the fucking Susan Wojcicki people.
Jack's jacking off. Yeah.
Jack is jilling off.
Jilling off.
That's what lesbians do, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess all women do that.
Jilling
least-
off. That sounds.
at least
That
most of
feels too weird to say.
I
Like-
kind of like it, honestly.
I would prefer at that point I would just call it like getting off. Like
Okay, that's-
I'm getting off right now. I mean that sounds, I don't know, that has like a, I don't know. Getting off sounds weird too.
Jeez.
You're cuz like I don't know, yo. I'll be honest. I don't like any of the terms for jacking off. I don't like any of the words for masturbation. I don't like the word masturbation. Like I don't know which word.
How do you feel about FAP? At least it's funny,
Fap. Yeah. You know what? I could. Unironically, I think I can get with fap a little easier. We can. Fap is actually the least offensive one.
Sounds a lot more harmless, you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, FAP.
Okay, first off,
Oh
in the
wait,
history of me live streaming,
is he on about it again?
hijacked anyone's stream? Have I ever brought myself up on anyone's stream?
Bro, how do you bring
I'm willing to
yourself
bet
up on
the
someone
answer
else's
is no.
stream? That doesn't even make sense. What is he talking about?
And if I did go on their stream, I was 1, invited, but 2,
I'm
did
not
I
watching this. Dave still
fucking
talking
just
shit?
stream my
going on?
text responses?
Oh my god, he's triggered because I'm doing this stream right
Really,
now.
Underhaven?
Who, Dave?
Yeah, he's triggered.
You're that desperate for a feud? Well then, fuck it. Let's work it. Let's be pro wrestlers about it.
Oh my god.
Let's work it. Seriously,
I was
let's
bored,
work it.
Dave. I was bored, and I thought
Seriously,
you might
let's
bring
work
me
it.
on, so I did this.
I'll be the big bad, evil, misogynistic son of a bitch, evil character, and you guys can all be the fucking Justice League trying to fight against me. I mean, Jesus Christ, you didn't come on my show. You ended it 15 minutes ago. Were you seriously just doing that? Were you just commenting?
Oh, he's mad about our
Were you
Underhaven
seriously
stream.
dedicated a live stream to me
Oh my
responding to your
God.
text?
Oh no, he is talking about this.
Oh my God, really?
We were bored. We were fucking bored. Like, what else were we gonna do? I was bored. I wanted to have some
fuck
fun.
it. Let's work it then if you're that desperate.
Oh my god, he's still treating it like it's like we're in a relationship. Well, I guess it's a
He is.
threesome now, Dave.
Anyway, let's get in with Sam Cedar.
We have the Senate is going to be voting on the continuing resolution to fund the government for 3 months and a lifting of the debt ceiling. Mitch McConnell has vowed to block this.
Because I've never once watched. I don't think I've even watched another live stream except maybe
He's reviewed us before.
NBC.
Oh, he's talking
Fox
about
and
NBC.
something like that on like election night. But they're news organization, so I think that's
No, he's
fine.
talking
I've
about
never
us. He
gone
said
on
he doesn't
a
watch
YouTuber's
live streams. He's
live
watched
stream
ours, not
and
live.
giving
but-
commentary. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe if Steve Ragland set something up, I might be on that.
He's salty, dude. He is fucking salty. We're literally about to move on, and he's like, "Oh, they're fucking streaming and talking about me." God damn. Like, honestly, I was just hoping he might bring me on. He brings you on every
Back
fucking
here,
time,
don't need for me to
unprepared.
Give attention. I've already said it.
Send me
Spy-
There's an email address. You can send your request to it.
Still
We can
wants a
set
fucking
something
email.
up. I don't care.
That bitch.
Filibustering.
All right,
the
salty
debt-
boy. What a salty boy.
He's trying to fill his ass. with
What a
stuff.
salty. All right. Fuck him.
salty
Yeah,
bitch.
we don't need him. Let's move on to some right wing crotch.
Yeah, I agree. We'll riff on a bit of this.
How's everyone doing, chat? I just randomly did this stream, all right? I just randomly decided to do this for no
No
fucking
thought
reason.
put into it.
Because I saw he was live, and, you know, Annie made the point that, like, she doesn't go into his stream anymore without like, at least being prepared for the possibility of coming on.
Yeah, he does it a lot.
He does. He'll just be like, "Oh, you're in the chat. Come on, then." And like, so I was like, "Okay, well, maybe if I show up in the chat, he'll bring me on." But since I was like, "Hey, you want to have that conversation you challenged me to?" And he's like, now he's like, "Oh no, I'm drunk, so I don't want to talk while I'm drunk, even though I'm constantly streaming drunk." He's like, "No, I don't want to. I don't want to talk to you. You have to email me." You have to email me on my professional fucking email. And like, okay. Okay then, Dave. And I said, you know what, fine, I'll do that. But like, that's the only reason I turned this stream on, because I was hoping we could have a conversation with him. I'm not interested in like, because I wasn't trying to stream snipe him or anything. I was just hoping like, oh, he, you know, maybe he'll talk to me.
Yeah, because he's explicitly said before, like, sure, you can restream if we have stream.
Right.
Like,
I wasn't even, and I didn't even go live either until like he was saying, you know what, fine, maybe if you want to, maybe, but then he's like, he like convinced himself, he was like convincing himself, like, you know what, maybe we could actually have a conversation, you know, if you really are that desperate to come on, you know, we can come on and you not, but you know what, actually no. You know what? You're trying to take advantage of me because I'm he's scared. He's scared of a little trans girl. He's scared of a beta SJW trans girl that he thinks is a dude in drag, and like I'm sorry. Like, no, Dave, you are scared. Okay. You're kind of a pussy. You randomly bring other people on and are just like, yeah, have a conversation with me right fucking now. But like, I try to like come like, you've been fucking acting like I'm scared of you. You've been oh, these people are running scared. Lady Hopium running scared. I never fucking ran scared. I've been fucking willing to talk to you since the fucking beginning. You're the one who played my video on stream and got mad and said, come fucking have a talk with me. I bet you're too fucking scared. Like, whoa. Thank you, Kaonian, for the $5. Fuck yeah. Thank you so much. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope to blow me. Yeah. Whatever. I'll email him later. I hate emailing people. But fine. Conservatives are easily spooked. You started a stream and like 3 random alarms went off. Yeah, well, no, I don't think he saw that I was live. Because he was like, well, maybe he just magically knew, you know? Maybe the alarm, he has like, he could sense it. But like, no, if I go on Dave's channel, because I was expecting if I go into his chat that he'd do what he does with Annie and be like, well, come on and debate me right now then, you fucking idiot. You know? But like, he doesn't want to do that because
he just
Annie...
yelled at a fan.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. That was really funny. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Annie, why is it? Because they're bringing me up. Is he salty? Yeah, no, because Annie just fucking beat the shit out of him, because he was like, he was mad at her. For those of y'all who didn't see the stream we just did on Underhaven, he was mad because Annie went on a stream where they were making fun of his cooking video, and he was all like, why didn't you defend me? You should have defended me. You should have stood up for me, and like, you should have white knighted for me and fact-checked people when they criticized me. like, as if, like, him and Annie are like really close friends or some shit.
He doesn't act like it at all.
Yeah, you're in a relationship, and you have to be like a white knight of him. You have to like, you have to stan his ass if anyone dares fucking come. It's kind of cute, yo. I do. I think Dave has a crush on Annie. I think he does. I think he does.
So. I didn't think so at first, but now I'm convinced.
I'm convinced he does. He absolutely does. And hey, maybe one day I'll get that cuddle from him. You know, maybe one day I'll pass well enough, and I'll be able to cuddle with Dave.
No,
and we can talk about politics and.
You and Blair White would just be taking advantage of his eyes. You're taking advantage of his eyesight. Like, oh man.
His eyesight. I imagine there are transphobes who literally think that way. It's like, you're taking advantage of my innate sexual attraction towards femininity. This is...
You know, people think that, though. Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what... Because, like, he was saying earlier, he was like... He was saying, like, oh, like, he just... If a woman... If he's hanging out with a trans woman, and for half a second he was actually like gendering properly. He was like, if I was with a trans woman, you know, and I realized she had a penis, I wouldn't want to fuck her, you know, but I'd still be nice to her. I'd whatever, but like I wouldn't want to fuck her because I'm not into dudes. And it's just like, what, like, you realize like not every woman is you don't have to fuck every woman, and you probably wouldn't. Are you attracted to every fucking woman that like you meet? Are you attracted to like an old lady on the street, or like some like I don't know, like every old woman you see, any fat woman, any like woman that you're just not like, you don't have to be attracted to every fucking woman. That's not what makes them a woman or not. But it's clear that's the way he fucking like sees shit. Anyway. Fucking Dave.
Yeah, I sent him my last fucking comment for the night. I'm just like, I'll come find you when you're sober. Have a good night. That's gonna piss him off because I said have a good night.
I bet it is.
That's how I push his buttons, by being
together,
nice to
and
him.
he knows that. But he supports
I'm serious, that's how I
reconciliation
push his
theory,
buttons, by
right?
being
Like,
nice.
I love
Reconciliation
a
building.
Right.
That is.
Yeah, that's really funny.
He knows that 3.1.
Alright, he's not responding to you. Oh, God. Fucking Dave. You know, Desolator. You know what? I'm gonna call you out right now in the chat, Desolator. You were banned from here, and I told you, like, I was honestly hoping that you were gonna behave in Underhaven, because I was like, you know what? I don't got the time or patience for you.
He was for like 2 weeks.
But yeah, I figured the people in Underhaven were telling me that you're behaving in there, you know? Like, I'm not super active in that community, but you know, I'm in there from time to time, and I saw you were behaving, you know? So I was like, you know what? Maybe if he can fucking behave for a while, maybe if he's not creeping people out, I'll let him back into my server eventually. But you can't. You can't be normal or decent. You can't be not creepy. You can't be not manipulative and shit. And like, it's really frustrating that, like, now you're, like, using sock accounts to subvert bans, which I've already told you I don't fucking appreciate. Like, I don't know why you expect me to ever let you hang around again, dude. I really fucking don't. Fruit got all upset at you. I wonder why. Maybe stop being creepy to women. Maybe stop coming on to every fucking female. And being like annoyingly creepy, you know, like maybe not every woman wants to fuck you or be your like fap bait.
Hopium 1 stan.
Yeah, I know. Hopium stan. Yo, what up, Andrew T? Did you come in at a weird time? Maybe. I don't know. This is a weird stream. Everything about this stream is just really unplanned and random.
Yeah.
But yeah, yo, whatever. The mods can do whatever they want. Yeah, this is that creep who's been in everyone's chat. Yes, this is Medicule Vitriol / Desolator. Someone who, by the way, I've been very fucking charitable with, and I've tried to be really nice to, and I've tried to help and you know, but like, and give him advice and shit, and like, he doesn't listen to it, and he just continues being really fucking creepy in every fucking... And it's not just here. Like, every fucking community, I see him in, like, everyone's chat. And it's almost like he follows me around, because it's like, I'm in, like, Vosh's chat, and I randomly see him there. Then I'm in Demon Mama's chat, and then he's there. And now tonight, like, we went into Dave's chat, and then he randomly pops up there. So it's like... It's just really fucking annoying. I don't know if you're following me around or if you're just, like, everywhere. If you're that fucking, like, universally fucking, like, annoying. Like, you're just... I don't know, dude. I don't know. I want you to be better, but, like, you need to, like, again, some of that shit I sent you, I sent that to you in good faith. Go watch those channels. It's not my responsibility or any other community's responsibility to, like, teach you and rehabilitate you and shit. Like, you've got to make an effort on your own, dude.
Exactly.
Because, yeah, you're really getting to... Not just my community, okay? You were banned in multiple communities. Demon Mama's community banned you because you were sexually harassing people there. You've been banned in Underhaven for sexually harassing people. Like, it's got to stop, dude.
I have a level of tolerance to that type of just... I look, I try to be tolerant towards people who I know are clearly, like, not all the way there socially.
Oh, yeah, and you're definitely way more nice to people when it comes to... Like, you're more lenient in your community. And look, my community is smaller, and it doesn't grow at the same rate, and maybe it's to my own detriment that I'm a little more strict, but I prefer being strict because there's just certain types of people that I can't handle having around. There's certain energies that I feel are toxic and not helpful to me as a person. And, you know, like, I just don't want that kind of shit in my community. But,
No,
like...
I understand. I understand.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but like, I would look, and maybe in the future I'll, you know, when I'm dealing with less bullshit, I'll be more welcoming to more people, and I won't like be quite as strict, but especially like as the community gets bigger, I'll
Yeah.
back off from my Discord more and shit. Like I can't like be, you know, in contact with everyone constantly at some point. But like right now, it's just I only want people in my like inner circles that are like actually decent human beings. By the way, speaking of my Discord, yo,
too, yeah.
y'all should join the Discord. Annie updated the roles. We got proper pronoun roles now.
Yeah.
And we got notification roles for when we go live, when we upload videos, and there's a new one for whenever we watch stuff in Discord. I want to do some like watch parties. I want to show Annie some Doctor Who episodes and shit.
Yeah.
So
Pretty cool.
whenever we do shit like that, I'll send out a notification, and anyone who wants to join us can join us. So yeah, go grab those notification roles. Anyway, do you want to still look at Right Wing Watch?
If you want to, we can continue. It's up to you. It's your stream.
All right. Because I like talking to the chat, but we can also look at content.
Oh, yeah, like we can talk to the chat between. They're very short clips. They're usually just like a minute.
Let's
long.
yeah, let's see what we got on.
So we can
All
still.
right, I'll
talk
just
to
put
them
it on
and-
the screen,
Yeah.
and we can. Oh, wait. Oh, I have to share.
Oh yeah.
in.
Yeah, I can't hear this shit. Do you want me to just hop in Discord or like what's easiest for us to do here?
Yeah, sure. Just hop in Discord.
All right, give me a second. I'll be right over there.
All right.
In the new and improved Discord, because we have new roles. VIP.
Yeah. Join the Discord, y'all. Join the.
I'm in there. Drag me in the
motherfucking
appropriate
Discord.
channel.
All right. Let's go into here. There we go.
The appropriate channel. Okay.
Wait, is my right mic connected now? Still? Like, can you hear me properly?
Well, it's always a little bit sus on Discord compared
Yeah.
to your streams, right?
I
Because
gotta wait.
just double check in your user settings, I suppose.
Fuck
Can't hurt.
fuck Syscord, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, I found out, guys. I've been streaming on Underhaven with the wrong fucking mic, and
That was only for the stream. Okay.
I didn't even fucking realize I was using my webcam mic.
Nice. The video's looking weird. It's just like a white bar.
I would have just, cause I would have just streamed outside at that point, cause like
Yeah, I know, huh? Fine.
that's why I like came in on my computer, cause I was like, okay, I'd better stream with like decent audio quality. I don't want to like fuck up the stream for Annie, and then I fucked up the stream anyway. All right, let's resize this so it fits in the window. Okay. Let's look at some right wing. Wait, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right.
Let's watch right wing crotch.
All right. All right. Let's just watch
One
whatever
One of
the
the
fuck
things
this
that
is.
this has taught
Oh
me
my god.
is I give a fuck less now, even more, based on the things that I say, who hears them, who I offend.
This is someone who's been sick of
I really
COVID
just
and
don't
stuck in
care
quarantine.
anymore, to be quite honest. I'm working hard on trying to get over this and get better, and I'm feeling stronger each and every day. But I just don't give a fuck. I'll be honest. I just don't give a fuck. I don't care who
What does
hears
that
it.
mean, though?
I don't care who it fucking offends anymore. I'm just fucking done. I'm just
Okay,
fucking
so you're
done.
just a
So
regular
to
right
all those
winger.
left-wing motherfuckers out there that wished me death and wished me horrible things, go fuck your mothers.
Okay, I
Go
want to
fuck
say
your mothers
this,
deep in-
guys, lefties. Can we not do this? Can we please not be fucking pieces of shit? Can we not be optics nightmares? Because I
okay.
know that there are lefties out there that when someone like this gets sick, like they throw around death wishes and they're like, oh yeah, please die.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's dude, don't fucking do that
do
shit. Like,
You know, can we check the replies? Because I guarantee you there's a lot of that. Like, you can probably find, like, a cavalcade. Cavalcade.
Dark Matter responds, I believe this is what the internet kids refer to as you mad. He kind of
That's a good
is.
response. Yeah,
He kind of is.
No one's... Okay, you know what? No one's calling for people's death.
Those who scream loudest about snowflakes are usually the first to melt. That is true. That is very true.
That's
That-
true, yeah.
Dave is a very good example of that.
Oh my god, yeah, that's 1,000% accurate.
Fucking
dude.
lord of patriarchy.
Yeah, womp.
Newly discovered affection for edible complex. Okay, I don't know what this is about.
I don't know.
A
Probably
newly.
wouldn't be like a-
Oh wait, yeah. A new side
yeah.
effect of contracting COVID. Lol.
Oh, that's just a meme.
Pi-
Oh my god.
memes, yo. All right, what? Ah, the party of family values and white Republican Jesus sure seems like a nice guy full of Christian love. Wait, does he get like really mean?
Things. Go fuck your mothers, okay? Go
I mean-
fuck your mothers deep and hard, because I don't give a shit.
Fuck your
Especially the
mothers deep and
motherfuckers at
hard.
Newsweek.
Well, I wonder where this guy's
right-wing-
mind's at.
Yeah, this is a real what a real exemplary Christian, right?
Yeah, having those type of
Like-
thoughts in his fucking head.
I'm sorry, dude, but the like, oh, I don't care anymore. Dude, there's a reason why Christians have like tried to like play the optics game for so long. Like for the longest time, like Christian in America was synonymous with good person. That's why it was able to pull over so many people.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, like they'll let you in church in jail. Like if you go to like religious services, you can get time off from your sentence, and they view you as like, oh yeah, that's good behavior.
Oh my god, you're right. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that. That's really good.
I've heard of like there's some prisons too where like if you like check out a Bible from the library or something and they can tell like you're actually reading it, they view it as like positive behavior and shit. Like,
You know, it's also a good like example of that. The term "Good Samaritan."
yeah, there's a lot there. I mean, Good Samaritan is a little more like it's a little less religiously weighted, I think, because it's not saying. I mean, Samaritans aren't Christians. It's not like saying it's not like Samaritans were people in the Bible that like you know, the Jewish people didn't, or at least the people where Jesus lived, didn't necessarily like those people. They were a different tribe, a different culture. And Jesus was like, oh, well, even, you know, even someone who's different from you can be good. And I feel like that's what that generally means now in common language. When you say you're a good Samaritan, it's like, oh, you're like some passerby or some like random person that is like, isn't part of your like tribe or inner circle who's willing to do something kind for you, you know?
Oh yeah.
Whereas Christian being synonymous with good person inherently implies that Christians are naturally good people, when that is not true. Not even a little bit.
Watch all those people on the left, every swinging dick cocksucking motherfucker on the left that said something nasty about me, go fuck your mothers.
I mean, whatever.
Okay?
He's talking to people who are mean to him. I have to imagine there
One of the
probably
things that this
there
has
probably
taught
were
me-
people that were really nasty to him. I don't doubt that,
Yeah, probably.
and I don't justify that or anything. But like, I don't know. He is getting a little triggered here.
Yeah, clearly.
Let's see. What's this? Trump-loving evangelist Lance. Oh, thank you.
Wait, Lance Walnut? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Say what you're saying.
Oh god. Okay, never mind. It's Desolator. I'm not gonna read his.
Oh my god. Alright. So, good thing I interrupted it. Alright.
Yeah, I don't care.
No, I'm just sorry.
Dude.
Alright,
I've tried to have one-on-one conversations with you. You don't listen to me, okay? Just whatever. Take some space, dude. Contact me in like a month, okay? Like I'm not just leave me alone right now, please. Leave people like that's all I'm asking. That's all I've asked of you. Like seriously.
Jamie,
Thank you
can
for the money though. I appreciate the money. I do need the money. All right.
Play this one. Play this one because I just found out something incredible that's like
There was no weapons.
mind-boggling about this guy.
All right. Yeah, I was about to. Trump-loving evangelist Lance Wallanu says the pipe bombs planted on Capitol Hill the night before the January 6th insurrection were planted there by people that wanted optics for an incident. By which he means that the Democrats, media, and the FBI. Okay. Yeah, I love how
I know who this person is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just play it.
There was no weapons in the crowd. The pipe bombs they found conveniently located at the. You never notice that there's no story on that? Washington has an ubiquitous. It's like an octopus of 1,000 cameras, and whenever they give you something they want you to see on January 6th, it's always some grainy thing like someone's camera taking a picture of Bigfoot in the forest. You can't figure out what you're even looking at. They've got the information on a pipe bomb because I think the pipe bombs were planted there by the people that wanted an optics for an incident in the Capitol. This is why a program like this is important. Because in the rush of information, we get desensitized to going back and exposing the forensic crime scene data that shows, oh my gosh, maybe the FBI and maybe the Democratic Party and maybe political operatives in D.C. were working together to create a narrative that...
I love how they never buy that argument when it's like, some far-right saboteur shows up to like an Antifa or BLM rally.
It's always a plant.
Starts some violence. Well, it is usually a plant, and it's usually been proven. But like they're like, oh yeah, that's bullshit. It's a plant. But then they're the first to call it out on the other side and be like, oh, that must be a plant. Anything bad on our side, it must have been a plant. But like they'll never buy it when it's the other side. It's almost like they know they're the ones doing that shit, so they project it onto us.
Almost like it.
When they do something bad, and they gotta be like, oh well, the left must be, the left must have planted this. Obviously, it's the same. It's the same as like the way I view like the whole the big lie shit. Where it's like, oh, the Democrats stole this election. This is a stolen election. Oh, they've been doing so much fraud. It's ridiculous. They did insane amounts of fraud. It's so fraudulent. This is the most fraudulent election. Why are they saying shit like that? Because they know Republicans know that they cheat. They know that they cheat. They absolutely cheat. They've been caught cheating countlessly. But they keep doing it anyway, and they justify it by assuming that we must be doing it too, or people on the left must be doing it too. And it's really fucking telling.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%, but I think it's time I reveal exactly how I know this guy.
All right.
This guy's copyright striked Underhaven Gold.
Oh shit.
And I didn't put it together. I sent you something real fast if you want to bring it up. But
where?
This is the same. I sent it to you on DMs on Discord.
Oh, all right.
It's just a short timestamp on a video I made that shows, and I didn't know who this guy was until just now. But this guy Lance Wallnaw, this is the guy who copyright striked me for Butch Hartman. See, takedown issued by Lance Wallnaw. This is a friend of Butch Hartman.
He's a friend of Butch Hartman.
Yeah, he's a friend of Butch Hartman, and he's not just a friend of Butch Hartman. He was the one who did that Christian conference. This must mean that Lance Wallnaw is the one who did that Christian conference.
Oh my god.
That got taken down on YouTube.
He's in league with Butch Hartman. Dude, that means Butch Hartman is like a fucking extremist. Like, he's not just a crazy Christian. He's like literally a fucking god. Like QAnon fucking...
This is important for the new video I'm going to be putting out. I don't think anyone knows about this yet. This is crazy.
Oh my god.
We just figured out something crazy about Butch Hartman, like, live. How do you feel about that? That's
damn, yeah, that's insane, yo. His good friend Lance Wallnaw.
Wallnaw, who's going around doing his YouTube dirty work for him. That's fucking crazy.
Damn.
Isn't that nuts? And that happened like 6 months ago, and now I just now found the fucking culprit on Right Wing Watch.
Yeah, do you think he was like doing this then, or do you think like he's like started doing this since like maybe he worked. I don't know. Maybe Butch Hartman works for him, or either he works for Butch Hartman or Butch Hartman works for him.
I think he was the guy who did that conference that was recorded, and he's taking it down as like a privacy complaint.
Oh, because like he owns like some of Butch Hartman's content.
You still have the screenshot up, right? Let me take no, because like Butch Hartman was doing it at one of his fucking conferences.
Because this was Butch Hartman's secret Oaxis plans revealed. Wasn't this just us memeing on his website?
No, this was an edited cut. This was just like a whole cloth video on Underhaven Gold.
Okay.
Yeah, of a private event in which Butch Hartman was giving out like information. It was the first time Butch Hartman, and the only time that he's ever like addressed it, because he's never said it publicly. That's the only time that he's ever said that that Oaxis would be a Christian streaming service. Everywhere else, he portrayed it as like a family-friendly streaming service. But to these fucking crazy-ass Christians, he admitted it was meant to be like a Christian propaganda network, basically. That's what Oaxis Entertainment is. And you just help us solve the fucking puzzle.
It's obviously a Christian propaganda network, but it's nice to have it, I guess, confirmed. But, yeah, so fuck this guy. What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit.
Agree.
Striked Underhaven. Piece of garbage.
Right.
Yo, what up, chat? What up, Molly
That's really
Mason?
Fun. That was like a really fun little thing that we just discovered.
Yeah. Yo, what up, Graham Dolph? And Teresa, welcome. How's everyone doing, y'all? Is it just me, or is the stream like blurry almost? Is the stream?
Maybe your quality's not up all the way, and I'm talking about like the individual watching it.
Yeah.
It seems fine on my end.
Yeah. Seems fine. Caillou has gone down a wrong path. What? Wait, what? Is this guy Caillou?
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I don't. Man, I can't believe this guy's buddies with Butch. That's fucking crazy. Blows my mind.
Nothing is wrong with being bald, but this baldy is so typical of right-winger baldies. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the dude from earlier. I remember. Yeah, that guy was bald.
Yeah, he was. No, sorry, I was just reading the chat. Okay.
It's fine.
All right.
You know what's funny? As soon as we stopped interacting with Dave, he stopped streaming.
Oh my god.
I'm furious. He stopped streaming 11 minutes ago. We've only been at this for like what, 15?
He's a salty boy. No, this stream's been going on for 50 minutes.
No. For like we've only been off a day for like what, 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe longer. I don't know. Why does my mind always default to 15?
15.
I don't know. Like 15 minutes, like 15%. Who the fuck knows? All right.
Let's see. MAGA Pastor Jackson Lamer is however the fuck you pronounce that, is making a strong play for the QAnon vote in his bid to unseat. Okay, what is this bullshit with like pastors running for office? Pastors should not be running for office. And by the way, that goes for lefty pastors too. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. Stop. Like, if you are a fucking religious official, you need to either like put that aside, that's not your profession anymore, or you can't run for fucking office. Like, I don't know why that's okay. And I don't know why it's okay to be preaching politics from a fucking pulpit. That's also not okay. But these fucking churches are allowed to get away with it and don't get fucking taxed for it. And what's the... Oh my god. The biggest issue that nobody wants to talk about or do something about. This will be a high priority issue for me when I go to DC.
Wait, this is coming from Pastor? Are you kidding me?
The real pandemic in our world today is pedophiles and child traffickers.
From a pastor. Coming from a pastor, huh? I don't know about
Look,
that.
Is there child trafficking and pedophilia that goes on? Abso-fucking-lutely. But we know what he means when he says this, all right? He's not saying the pedophilia that happens to go on. No, he's saying that the leftist pedophile cult. The
cabal, yeah.
The cabal. Exactly. Oh my god.
The cabal.
The cabal of pedophile. Like, this is so... Wait, so he's running... True! He's running as a Republican to go after Republicans. Yes, because as we know, the biggest fucking pedophiles in America are absolutely fucking Republicans. It's Republican states. It's Republican states that defend child marriage laws and that bullshit. It absolutely is. It's right wingers like what's the dude's name? The not Kavanaugh, the one that just got Matt Gaetz. Right? It's these fuckers who get caught doing this shit. It's, oh my god. Pastors are sick. They are. They fucking are.
Yeah, they're in no position to fucking speak on this shit. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna go heat up a chicken sandwich.
All right. All right. I'm trying to fix my audio because I was like peaking too high. All right. Insert Catholic pedo joke here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm so sick of the we have separation of church and state is like a thing in theory, but it actually doesn't happen. Okay. It never there's no such thing, all right? I mean, my God, I live in Canada, and I had to go vote in a fucking church. They picked a church as a voting site for all places, and allowed, like, fucking, religious, church members to stand out. I still have it. I still have the fucking pamphlet they were handing out in front of a fucking voting center. In front of a fucking voting, a poll, of a polling station, like, not a poll, an election center, whatever the fuck you would call it, I don't know, fucking bullshit, yo. We gotta start taxing these fucking churches already. We gotta, all the pastors' children I've known have told me some stories. Yeah, that's true. I've known some pastors' kids too. I've known many just kids of religious people that have some very, very interesting stories. Yeah. They do worship a genocidal monster. I was attacked by my friend's pastor father when I was 12. Damn. That is not okay. It's so it's so fucked to me how, like, we're taught growing up, like, it's so sinister. We're taught, like, oh, the pastor, the religious people in general are good and you can trust, but your pastor, he's the one you can trust the most. You know, you should always be able to go to your pastor. You know, he's a man of God. He's a righteous clergyman. You know, he is like, he's the closest person to God that you can get, you know? You can trust him with anything, you know? We teach little kids this growing up in church. We teach little kids to go trust the pastor or the priest and whatever he fucking says. And then we leave our children alone with them. But yeah, I love how these same people are so afraid of, like, having their children around any adult in public, you know? They get fucking paranoid if some adult fucking says hello to their child, but, like, desolate. Okay. And by the way, look, I'm not saying there's not, like, stranger danger out there, but I do feel like our society has lost its willingness to, like, be a community. And I think the fact that children don't really have anyone that they can trust outside of their families is another big reason why a lot of sexual abuse happens. Because we know that most child sexual abuse happens within the home or within the family or from close family friends, okay? And religious clergy members are also a big fucking part of that. And we know this. We need less insular communities. Kids need to have more people, more adults in their lives that they can trust, not less. All right? But, like, the way modern Christian families, you know, are. It's like, no, you're raised to be extremely insular, you know, with your family, and then the only interaction you have outside of your family is church and religious shit. And, you know, so the only adults you can trust are like the adults at church, which I guess isn't terrible, because at least, look, there actually were adults that like looked out for me and my sisters in church, and that realized that we were getting abused, and that did call children's aid. That shit is good. Okay, having kids in like communities and shit where like there are other people around that could see if maybe something's going wrong, that is a good thing. But like, I don't think that's the reason though then to be like, oh, so like we need to promote all going back to church. No, we need to start having like communities outside of churches. We need to have societies where like we actually form communities with our neighbors. Yeah, it takes a village. I always used to hate that phrase because my dad would take it out of context growing up, and my dad would use it as an excuse to like excuse his shitty parenting and his shitty behavior. He'd be like, what? Well, what do you expect from me? It takes a village to raise a child, and I'm just one man. So it's not my fault that I've fucked up as a parent. You know, I should have had more help and I didn't. So it's not my fault. And I always got mad about that. But like, when you actually when you actually think about what that phrase actually means, no, it does. It does take a village to raise children and to raise a family, and to, you know, we need a village in order to like just learn very basic social skills. We need community. We need people around us. And I do think that like the raising of children should not just be 100% up to the parents. It should be on the society in general, you know? Like, parents, yeah, you have your kid and they live with you and whatever, but like, we need like a more communal society. All right. With like more shit than just like, oh, you go to school and like you have to like go to do this rigid schooling bullshit where like if you fail, you know, or drop out, you're penalized and then not able to get a good job for the rest of your life. Which by the way, just so people know where I land on this, I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious if you already know me, but I absolutely 100% agree with Demon Mama's take on mandatory schooling being bullshit, because it absolutely is. All right, it absolutely fucking is. Mostly because of the way it's structured, and if it was structured better, I might have less of a fucking problem with it. But the way it's structured right now, it's fucking bullshit. It doesn't do much. It honestly, like, all it is like a glorified fucking babysitting center. That's what it is. That's what school generally fucking is. And if they were actual education centers where kids could learn shit and choose to learn what they want to learn and learn actual useful skills and shit, and, you know, I would be all fucking for it. But like, yeah, schools are glorified babysitting centers at this point. They have a lot of fucking issues, and like the mandatory nature of schooling, like there needs to be a way to just like, you know what, I want to opt out of the standard structure of school and like do my schooling a different way. You know, because different people learn in different ways. We're all different. We're all expected to adhere to this very rigid structure, which, let's be honest, schooling isn't trying to, like, give you the skills in order to live a good life. All that school does, all its goal is to teach you to be a good compliant worker. All right? You're being trained to join the corporate machine, as it were. All right, that's what schooling is for. That's what the majority of schooling is. They want to, you know, you have to learn to follow orders, do what you're told, you know, and adhere to rigid structures. it's not about teaching anyone shit, all right? I mean, my God, when I went to school, and by the way, I actually, you know what? I might do a segment where I actually want to respond to some of Demon Mama's points in her video on mandatory schooling being bullshit, which if y'all haven't seen it, go watch it. It's good. It's a good segment. A lot of people got mad at her about it, but I absolutely agree. And yeah, like
I gotta actually head off. 'Cause
oh,
I gotta
all
take
right.
care of something.
All right, peace.
Sorry.
Peace, yo. Sorry,
Yeah, talk to you later.
I didn't know if you were
Bye.
coming back or not. All right, peace.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Everyone go everyone who was not subscribed to Underhaven, by the way, go subscribe to Underhaven. That's the podcast where sometimes me and Annie, sometimes just Annie. It's good stuff, yo. We respond to shit like Lord of Patriarchy being a dipshit. It's not about teaching, it's about stripping individuality away from children and replacing it with constant testing and rigid structures. Yes, that's the problem. All right, good night, Betty White. Nice chilling, yo. Nice seeing you. Hells yeah. I know I'm doing this stream like super fucking late, but I don't know. I figured I'd stream. Why not? You know, I figured I was gonna do my patron stream tonight, but I was not feeling up to it earlier. I'll probably do it tomorrow night after I do like a short like public stream. Then we'll do the patron show. So yeah, consider becoming a patron, by the way, y'all. Only $2 gets you access to all my private shows and shit. And yeah. So, Desolator, I don't know if you're still fucking watching. It can be manipulative. Call me a harasser. Manipulative to not even have a one-on-one... Dude, I'm so done with that shit. But, I'm just gonna say, like, stop coming in with socks, alright? I'm just done. Okay? Thank you for the money, but, like, stop telling me I'm not interacting with you in good faith. I've interacted with you in good faith so many fucking times, all right? Just stop. I'll become a $5 patron of yours if you become a $5 patron of mine. I would, but I literally can't afford to become a patron of anyone right now. Which is why I could really use patrons and Streamlabs donos down, link in the description if any of y'all feel like helping me out, because that shit really does help a lot. Jamie doesn't want to interact with me in good faith. Yeah. Damn. You should. By the way, I do want to. We should collab sometime. We should do a crossover. Cause I don't normally tune into your shit, but I know you got some decent shit going on over on your channel. We should collab, yo. The long awaited John Morgan, Jamie, Lady Hopium collab. I gotta start collabing with more people in general, yo. I know Low Energy invited me on to the Bearded Ramblings, and I haven't gotten back to him yet. I gotta start like getting back to people and setting up some collabs. I was gonna collab with Demon Mama before she went on her break, I guess, but she's busy, so I'm not gonna bug her. But I do really want to do that. I faced abuse from the hands of my dad growing up. Being forced to see the same happen to my mom, brother, and sister changes you. I still feel my childhood was stolen from me. I can absolutely relate to that because, yeah, I grew up in an abusive situation as well. And I didn't have much of a childhood, and it's annoying too because I didn't have much of a childhood on two levels, because like even the little bit of childhood that I did get was like not the childhood I wanted, you know, because I was I was treated like a boy, and I wasn't one, and like I wasn't able to like do a lot of the things I liked. Now, that doesn't mean that I didn't like everything that, you know, I grew up with. Like, you know, I had a lot of like toy cars and things and like dinosaurs or whatever. I was fine with playing with those. I didn't hate them, but I did, you know, really want like Barbies and like dresses and shit. You don't want to watch my stuff. I'm the worst person on the net. Well, that's fine. You're still an okay person, all right? No, I don't want to interact with John Morgan in good faith. I want to interact with John Morgan in bad faith, okay? We should have a bad faith discussion, John Morgan. Anyway. But yeah, yo, it's no, I feel that, yo. Fuck parents thinking they can just do whatever the fuck they want to their kids, and that it's not gonna have like consequences on them when they're older. Damn. Who's this Molly Mason person in the chat? Why are you starting beef with John Morgan in my chat? If you got beef with John Morgan, you can do your beef elsewhere. All right? We don't gotta fight in here, all right? I'm cool with people who are cool to me, okay? And John Morgan's always been relatively cool to me. You don't know who this is? You're calling him Billy the Fridge? Yeah, that is kind of insulting. It's kind of rude, yo. Yeah, fuck Billy the Fridge. Yeah, I saw you say I am here when I said I don't know if Desolator is still here. So I don't know if that might be Desolator. I'm nice and you don't want to anger me. Don't threaten people in the chat. Don't be threatening, please. Billy the Fridge hates me, and you can find me arguing with him on Pimp Street. Yeah, no, Billy the Fridge hates me too, so that's fine. Honestly, being hated by the likes of Ben and Billy the Fridge is you're in good company there, okay? These aren't exactly decent people, but whatever. I don't know how horrible Billy is. Aside from the fact that he does not have good taste. Billy is friends with like some of the worst people. He's been friends with multiple fucking like sexual abusers and defended them and continues to defend them. Billy the Fridge claims that I'm abrasive because my voice is too monotone. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway. Y'all fucking DP fans trying to drag me back into the DP bullshit. I will say I do plan to do another stream. I know I keep putting it off. Guys, dealing with Me Too drama is really fucking taxing and really fucking stressful, and it's not fun. It's not enjoyable, and you know, contrary to what some people think, it's not a good way to gain clout. It's not a way I want to gain clout, but I still recognize that there's some stuff that needs to be talked about, and we're gonna continue talking about that. But anyone who hasn't seen that should go look at my what is it? What did I call the playlist? Just DP drama, whatever. There's a bunch of stuff that people should definitely know about if they do indeed support the Drunken Peasants podcast. You already know. I guess it's just kind of weird to me how many people know but still support it and don't really care. And it still bugs me that I'm the only channel that's willing to actually talk about it. Anyway. Yeah, the worst part about Billy is how DP extends his octopus tendrils. Like, the tendrils don't have to seep into evil water. Yeah. I think the most charitable way that I can describe Billy the Fridge is, and this is the most charitable interpretation of him, is that he is a person that is really dumb and loyal to a fault. Well, not really, just he's kind of dumb and definitely loyal to a literal fault. That's the most charitable interpretation of Billy I can give. That he's so loyal that he's willing to be loyal to the worst people, and yeah, he doesn't use his best judgment. Anyway. I'm not a fan of anyone's except God and protecting kids from weirdos. You're okay. I don't know what you're on about. Billy is not a principled person. He has I didn't like school growing up either. I sucked at school, and getting beaten up for having learning issues and shit I can't control is wrong on so many levels. My dad calling me the R word and other shit, that's fucked. That is really fucked. And, you know, I make the point often. That, like, the R word is damaging. It is a slur that is used to dehumanize people with all manner of neurodivergence issues. And you know, people always are telling me, like, oh, it's harmless, it's harmless. I know plenty of people that were, like, had the shit bullied out of them. They were called R words constantly, and it's not based, guys. It's not acceptable. There is such a history of, like, dehumanizing people. And, like, parents will do it to their own kids. Like, I'm sorry, if you think it's not that big a part of culture, like, you just don't see it. It's like a white person that doesn't spend any time around black people and, you know, wonders why BLM is so angry when, like, oh, there's black people on TV and we had a black president, so I don't get it. Racism's over, right? But they're not around black people enough. They don't know enough black people that they don't see the issues that community deals with. That's the same shit when it comes to, like, you know, people like TJ and his relation to the R word. He doesn't necessarily see it, which I don't even actually agree with that. I think he contributes to it actively. But he claims, like, he doesn't see it used in that way constantly. Like, it's there, but he doesn't use it in that way, which I still maintain he does in a way. At least in a very soft way, but he does. I don't know. I'm sick of that shit. It's also, yeah, getting beaten up for having, like, that's the thing, like, a lot of neurodivergent people who didn't even know what they had, a lot of them, when they were in school. A lot of I didn't know half the shit that was wrong with me when I was in school, you know? But I had a lot of issues. And, like, even, like, you know, most of the people around me were relatively progressive, but like there were a lot of people that were just total assholes for things I couldn't help. And like it's just fucked. Anyone who's going to be like, "Oh no, neurodivergent people aren't marginalized or discriminated against." Like that's just objectively not true. It's objectively not true. If my parents didn't treat me like a failure for getting anything lower than an A, I think my grades would be mediocre. That's environmental factors for you. Yeah, I don't know. That depends on the person. For some people, that will actively make it worse. But, like, I don't know. Everyone needs to buy Mary Trump's book. Yeah, it's a good book. I didn't read it. My ex read it and summarized it to me, and yeah, it's a fucked up story. Holy fuck, it's like really hot in here. I'm sweating. I don't know why I've taken this long to actually like angle the fan so it's on me. Holy fuck. Okay. Jamie, let's topic change. Restream Vosh's review of the Hans versus Demon Mama debate. Did he... Wait, is he doing that now or did he do that earlier? Because I when I was watching him earlier, he said he hadn't seen it yet. Why? What side? What did he come down on? Did Vosh do a yikes? He's live now. You guys want me to restream Vosh? I mean, I guess I could do that. Where is... Oh, god damn it. Give me...
Everything else. Like enough that the child will choose to pick the math games.
Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe.
If they're not,
maybe.
wait, hold on a second. If they're not, then make them better. Then do better. We should turn to this. Here's what I'm saying here is we should turn to these things instead of forcing a child. If there's something that you have to force a child to do, like for example, here's an example of something I think you might actually have to apply force to a child to do. If a child has a cancerous tumor on their neck and they're running around, you're like, we need to get this looked at, and they won't go in, you might have to bite that bullet and say, yep, we got to force this kid to go get that taken care of because it's going to kill the kid otherwise. Yeah, there true. You go. I would be so much more open to that. But I think that should be used as a last resort. And in reality, I don't think we have to use force near to as much as we do right now. I think.
Again, this isn't so much about like the debate tactics or what. I cannot fathom agreeing with this. Like
seriously,
the problem I have is like Demon Mama is like if the math games aren't good enough to get people to like pay attention to them over everything else, then make better games. Well, like what if learning is just boring sometimes? You know, and that we're not just talking about like cool games or whatever. Like,
what if different people learn different ways, and
I'm totally in favor of that, but
and need to learn different like what if not everybody needs to learn the exact same way and the exact same curriculum? You know, what if there's different ways to do shit, and like forcing people into a lifestyle or into a certain path that they might not be suited for. Maybe that's bullshit, right? Let's
if you there are limits to that, and there are people to whom that's not even going to appeal. Like educational games are fun for me, but check behind the Ferris wheel. Yeah, shit. Hold on. Educational games.
Look, I've said, and I kind of want to talk to Demon Mama about this because honestly, I think there's a simple solution to this, and it's something that I've advocated for even outside of like Demon Mama's whole like let's completely revamp the way education is structured. I've long said like genuinely you should pay kids to go to school. I mean, I'm a socialist, and I believe in UBI for everybody, okay? I believe in everybody getting some money every month from the state, you know, so that they can live and whatnot. But yeah, if you want kids to go to school, rather than making it mandatory and forcing them, you say, if you go to school, you get this little bit of whatever fucking money from the government every month, all right? Every month that you're in school, that your attendance is up, you get like I don't know, $200, all right? Vosh agrees with paying kids to go to school. Well, then why is he okay? Let's see what his actual argument is here, because what is he disagreeing with then? From Demon Mama, like, is he just like the idea that like it's not? He thinks it should be mandatory but also pay. I think no, make it not mandatory, and then pay them to go to school, but also have alternative programs, shit where, like, you know, you could go and like volunteer, or you could like do some, like, I don't know, you can like go learn a trade, you could, you know, get like a job placement in some place where you can actually learn something that you want to learn, instead of like going to fucking school and learning useless shit that you don't need. And again, by the way, come on, a glorified fucking babysitting center, okay? That's main goal is to both keep kids out of their children's hair, out of their parents' hair for a few hours, and also indoctrinate those kids into you know, becoming good little fucking machines for the corporate system, right? Like, come on, like school is not like mandatory. Vosh is meh. Vosh, look, I agree with Vosh on most shit. At least 80% of the shit he says is usually pretty fucking correct. He has got some yikesy takes though lately. Like his take on like neo-pronouns and xenogenders is a little bit slippery slope-ish and not very sound. Anyway, let's listen to a little more of this. Why not?
They're fun to me, but some kids are just not going to be like, you know, some kids just want to, like, I don't know, smoke cigarettes or whatever. So.
Yeah, some kids, the education system will never appeal to them. So offer them an alternative. Offer them a fucking alternative. Instead of forcing them into the same school, taking the same classes as everyone else, maybe there's something that would actually get them engaged and get them wanting to go every day to educate themselves and better themselves in some way. But what Demon Mama is suggesting is that it's not just this is what school is and you have to do it or else you're penalized or your parents are penalized. You know, you're literally, it's literally coercive. There's like truancy laws where, like, if you don't go to school, your parents can get fined or like thrown in jail. When some young people are just like, you know what, I don't. It's not helping them. They're not learning shit, and so they're like, you know what, I want to go do something else with my life. And a lot of them do. A lot of them don't, but like the ones that drop out of school and don't succeed and go nowhere in their lives, the problem with that isn't just that, oh, well, they were lazy and didn't want to learn. It's that there wasn't an alternative for them. That's why we have trade schools. They are not even close to what they need to be in order to function properly, okay? But we need multiple alternatives. We need, like, again, Demon Mama went more into this on her stream. I don't know how much of this she talks about in this debate, but, you know, having, like, different alternatives, shit like, oh, like, you could go, to this thing where you can, like, you know, have a community of your peers and, like, you can like volunteer together or do like community projects, which, by the way, that kind of shit is fun. And I remember, like, when I was in high school, there was this youth council that I was a part of at my local community center, and I was actually the president of it for a while. And I enjoyed that. I loved doing that shit and interacting with people and doing things in the community. But I hated school. I hated fucking school. Go to the live feed? Okay, fine.
You don't have to use force even if things aren't immediately fun. I just don't care. I don't think it's a moral wrong to like force kids to go to school or whatever. I think you can do things to improve outcomes within those margins, but I think the kids are dumb as fuck and they don't really act in their own self-interest. Not to an acceptable degree.
Dude, that's the same argument that transphobes use against kids being able to use fucking puberty blockers. Oh, kids are dumb as fuck and they don't know how to make their own decisions. That's a bad argument, Vosh. That's a really bad fucking argument.
I'm just thinking of all the shit I would have gotten away with. Like with my parents, you know? Like, if my parents were like, yeah, you know, you only have to go to school if you want to. I can just, man, well, I would have been a lot better at video games.
But if the only alternative was go to school as it exists now or not go to school, you admitted yourself that you like learning and, you know, like, there might have been shit that you would have appealed to more, or maybe you would have gone to school. I don't fucking know. If you were incentivized to go to school, you would have fucking gone. Adults make the decision for kids to get blockers, though. They just consult the kids. Yeah. But, like, maybe then, like, instead of, like, leaving it completely up to the kid, let the kid have a say. And you know, open it up more. Look, there needs to be a conversation here, okay? I 100% agree with Demon Mama that there needs to be a conversation with her here. I don't necessarily 100% agree with all her solutions, but, like, the general idea is pretty based, yeah.
Than I am now, that's for sure. I definitely would have got more practice in. I would have studied something. What was I playing back in those days? I was playing StarCraft 1 on the Nintendo 64, and hello, beautiful! We totally should gamify education, though. Fuck, how do we reach that? Sound like I have to make literally hundreds of different games to appeal to every child. Yeah, also, just, like, a lot of kids just don't give a fuck about learning, you know? Like,
there already are hundreds of different games to appeal to every child.
Maybe
Why not make some good educational ones?
Maybe I need to see the right arguments, but the conversation you had with Hans here is fucking worthless. Because you're not discussing, like, the likelihood of children being able to reach these outcomes without coercion. The convo keeps getting dragged away from that. By both of you, frankly. Maybe more by Hans than you, I think. Yeah, maybe. But still. And I don't think I'm going to be moved on that either. I just don't know. I don't know if I could ever be moved on that.
I wish Vosh would just talk to Demon Mama himself
this is like Kamala Harris
about
cackling at parents being jailed for student delinquency. Well, this has... Well, hold on. You're introducing, like, an emotional element to it. Cackling. Like, the evil... the person laughing at the suffering. We're not talking about that, okay? Also, do keep in mind that a lot of, like, child delinquency is a product of, like, negligent parenting, you know? You know, like, sometimes there are, like, sad stories.
Yeah, but maybe if those children had, like, again, alternatives
have you guys ever had
instead
a friend,
of the...
maybe this was you yourself, who had parents who were just flatly not present. Like, negligent to the point that, I mean, the house just piled up with trash. The parents were barely taking care of themselves, and their kid has to, like, navigate that. If those parents got, like, in trouble for that behavior, like, I'm not going to shed a tear over it. Of course, that usually means the kid's life gets rearranged, and that's the bad end. But on the flat end of things, the idea of the state using force to get kids to school and parents to, you know, take care of their kids, I don't have a problem with that necessarily.
It's not about school. It's about getting the parents to take care of their kids.
This entire
By the way, look,
idea that parents can prevent their kids from going to school.
Look, I'm going to say this, because, look, I was homeschooled, and I didn't like it. And by the way, look, one of the reasons, I think homeschooling... Okay. Under the current system, I think homeschooling should be illegal. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay? However, I understand, again, kids not wanting to go to school under the certain structure, the current structure. I get that. Oh, oops, what did I do? I went way back. Okay. I get that shit. But, like, in a system where, again, there are, like, alternatives, there's shit that kids can do besides, you know, like, there's ways to get an education and to incentivize kids to get an education. Like, stop caring what other... Nah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want kids to be, like, homeschooled because that adds, like, a level of childhood indoctrination. I think kids should be out doing something, okay? And I think we should generally, like... But, like, look, I didn't... It's not the homeschooling thing. That wasn't the issue, okay? If if homeschooled parents were forced to actually, like, teach their kids something and, you know, like, that would be ideal. But, like, the problem isn't just with the not going to school. The problem is with parents being able to abuse their kids and keep them from going to school if they want to, or from keeping them from learning certain things because they want to indoctrinate them. That's where I take fucking issue. And yeah, if parents are being abusive or whatever, I absolutely want the parents to step in, want the state to step in, but not then to say, like, okay, well, now you're forced to go to school, you know, and look, again, I think that in order to get to what Demon Mama is talking about, we need to take steps, okay? It's not going to happen overnight. We need to start with, I mean, the whole school system needs to be overhauled, restructured completely. I do believe we need to start incentivizing kids to go to school rather than penalizing them for not going to school. Because again, if you're getting like $200-300 a month to go to school, you know, why are you going to stay home and play video games when you can go to school and earn money that you can use to buy video games for your free time, you know? And then also, like, the way school is structured, this 9 to 5, well, not 9 to 5, well, 9 to 4-ish, 9 to whatever, you know, the like, you gotta wake up early. Actually, some schools are like, yeah, 9 to 5 is jobs. Schools are more like 7 a.m. to 3:30 or some shit. Like, I don't know. But, like, you know, being 8 to 3, yeah, being forced to wake up early and adhere to, like, there needs to be different types of school, different, like, you know, we need to abandon this one-size-fits-all approach. Absolutely we do. Because that's one of the big problems with the school system as it exists now, is that it's one size fits all. We expect every kid to be able to adhere to this structure, and if they don't, then they're failures. And I don't think that works. I don't think it works at all.
Something enforceable. Well, you don't want enforcement, I suppose, but the modern economy, modern society is predicated on everyone being exposed to a base level of education. Am I really willing to trust theoretical models?
Yeah, but how many people aren't? I wasn't exposed to a base level of education. I didn't go to fucking elementary school. At all. And, like, yeah, was it a bit of a detriment for me in my life? Sure. But there's other ways to learn things. And, I mean, if I had been dedicated to learning things then, maybe I would be in a different place. But, like, it's not about, like, taking away school and just letting kids sit around at home doing nothing. Parents should still, parents should still, like, encourage their kids to go to school. Like, even if it's not, like, mandatory. Like, parents should absolutely encourage that. You know? Like, I have no problem with a parent saying, hey, if you don't go to fucking school, you're grounded. But I agree with Demon Mama, where it comes to the point where, like, the state will get involved. And the state will, like, criminalize your parents for you not going to school. That's where that feels like a violation of freedoms and human rights at that point.
Muscle Mommy, if you're a socialist, you really shouldn't be idealistic about human nature. Do you think socialism will work just because humans are nice? Humans are barbaric, okay? Socialism will work not because we're nice, but because we're programmable. Humans will meet the incentive structures that are built for us. That works under feudalism, capitalism, socialism, fascism, communism, everything, okay? That's all we need. It's not about us being good. It's not about us being nice. It's not about us being kind-hearted or willful. It is exclusively about us being vulnerable to social pressures, a form of coercion. You can make nice people out of that, but I think if you just let kids run around on their own, they'd all turn feral and start biting people, you know?
But the idea is to change society so it's no longer based on coercion. That's the point. Like, the idea of being coerced to, like, you believe employment is inherently coercive and that's bad. That capitalism in general, the idea of you have to have a job, you have to work for a company, sell your time to a company for less than it's worth, and you know, what, toil away at a shitty existence where you're treated like garbage, you view that to be coercion and that's bad. But why is coercing kids to go to school not a problem? How are you achieving, like... Look, does some utility come... Look, there is utility from mandatory schooling as it stands now, okay? But, like, I want to look at the broader picture. What can our society become? And when you zoom out, like, it's not just... Look, sorry, I'm having, like, trouble, like... Okay. Honestly, I feel like the way Vosh is, like, framing this argument, this sounds like the kind of person that, like, when you tell them about socialism, they're like, that doesn't make any sense. You know? When you talk about, like, a strong welfare state and, like, you know, universal basic income and, like, Medicare for all and shit like that, they're like, I don't know how that would... Look, what? If you do these things, if you incentivize people to not work, they're not going to work. They're not going to want to work. Look, people generally want their lives to be better, okay? And by the way, I do think that kids at some point need time to just be fucking kids. And to not be, like, forced to go to school like it's their fucking job, okay? And I do think that we can make ways for kids to learn shit outside of that can actually be fun and interesting. Where school doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like an obligation. It feels like it's something that's fun. You can learn shit. Fam, Molly Mason in the chat. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're on about at this point. The Commonwealth of California. I don't know what you expect me to be listening to. I'm going to respond to Vosh because he's talking about something that I disagree with him on, okay? Let's be chill.
All right, let's finish this debate.
Let's do it. Let's go.
I know, Demso. Socialism is just removing negative coercion, right? Not even. You can never remove it entirely. You can mitigate it, though. I think that would be good.
I mean, but that is... Socialism is at least mitigating negative coercion, yes. And that's why we should be mitigating the negative coercion of schooling. Making it less coercive in nature. That's the... I don't know what the Commonwealth of California is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Also, none of this is negativity, by the way. You feel bad about this?
God fucking damn it. Did I just fucking... I accidentally pressed a button again.
But do the numbers just, like, rise back up to what they were before? Afterwards? Like, as soon as you're out of the hospital? Or is it enough of a, like, shock to your constitution to...
God damn it. I don't even know where I was.
And then you're brought to the hospital where you're charged $3,000. I need that.
To get the help they need, absolutely. If they're a danger to themselves, they're a danger to everybody else.
Well, then I guess you and I just have different positions on
No, but this is the last of
institutions.
What if they're gonna Roblox themselves? Like, would you be able to force them?
I mean, me personally, I would take...
What do you mean?
Wait. Whoa! Oh, wow! We're gonna do the performative thing? Let's do it. All right,
yeah.
Listen, you want to hear? Yeah, me personally, if my kid was gonna...
Okay, hold on. You're both being performative. Intentionally or otherwise. I don't think that's a one or the other thing. That ship sailed a long time ago.
If my child was going to, like, kill himself or was imminently in physical danger, then yes, I would tackle them. I would be like, look, let's get you out of danger. I know you'll see through this on the other side.
What about other people's kids? Would you force them? Would you?
No.
You wouldn't let the state take children from parents where the kids say they're gonna kill themselves and the parents aren't doing anything. You're really gonna let that happen? Really? That's what you're dying on right now?
Hold on a second. You're saying that, like, are we talking about like an idealized world? I obviously think that right now, in our current state of affairs, it's probably a good thing if a child is completely isolated from the rest of society, that we have a mechanism in place by which they can get out of that. But no, I don't think. I don't believe. Hold on. No, you have.
Wait, a mechanism to get out of that? Does she mean suicide? Is that? That's not. I don't think that's what she means.
No, she's saying CPS should be in place to pull them out of that situation.
Hans, I will stop right now.
You're allowed to run away.
Bruh, I will stop right now.
I haven't raised my voice like that.
Alright, this is easy.
Okay.
Yeah, this is easy. Yeah, no, because you're talking over me. You literally need to let me finish on this. You asked me a specific question. I will not. Nope, I will not do this. I will not.
The question was, if your kid is going to Roblox themselves, will you stop them and institutionalize them?
Yes, I will.
And you said yes for that.
No.
And then so what I'm asking then is, and then I'm asking about for other people's kids, would you be okay?
Yeah, it's a shame because I actually really would have liked to have heard the answer to that. Like, do you think the state should be able to intervene if a child is suicidal? Because we do that now. If a kid indicates that they're feeling suicidal to like a teacher or to a therapist, then usually there are mechanisms that invoke. I was trying to. True, Demon Mama, though you did, in my opinion, came off a little bit evasive because you didn't answer it directly. You talked then about like well, of course, in an ideal society, X or Y. This is a concern. See, I think you would think this is.
Oh, Demon Mama's in the
chat.
chat.
This is what my mom would jump to as well, right? If the state can't stop parents from not forcing their kids to go to school, can the state not intervene when a child is suicidal but the parent won't help? That seems like a logical extension to me. Like in both cases, the state would have to crash into a family to. Wait, ask me that again. Sure, Demon Mama. Do you think the state should be able to intervene in a child's life and institutionalize them if they have a suicidal threat for themselves? Like if they find out, like a teacher finds out or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying we should have telescreens in every house right now. Institutionalize, no. Intervene, yes. How do you intervene then? Okay, sorry. By institutionalize, I don't mean put them in a mental health facility. I meant like, you know when they get those, you're in the hospital for a couple days? I know those don't tend to work that well as well.
They don't.
Yeah, like a 3-day hold or something. Like, how do you intervene?
Well, okay, they can be helpful. I've been admitted to shit like that before. I've been admitted for being suicidal before, and
well, that's not how we intervene now.
It made me
right now. Don't we
it
do,
didn't
like,
make me
hold,
happy.
right? Like you get taken
it
to
made
the
me
hospital.
more
The way I
depressed, but I
understand
guess it kept
I've had
me
this
in the
happen to
moment
friends,
from
but not to me.
killing myself. So
is that if you're feeling suicidal and 911 gets called on you, the police cop knock on your door, then they battering ram it down, and then they carry you kicking and screaming over to a stretcher, and then you're brought to the hospital where you're charged $3,000 for 3 days of.
That is bullshit, by the way. Police shouldn't be the ones breaking down your door in that situation. We need like
was that statewide? Oh, was that
social
statewide?
workers
I didn't know that.
who know what they're doing.
Okay, a lot of variety there. You know, a lot of variety. You keep defending broken systems, though, Vosh. Every system, you're never going to find a not broken system for these standards. Can you think of a perfect system for preventing human suicide? Come back to me, God, when you've found a solution.
I'm the problem.
Sorry, there are always
Molly Mason in the chat. You are getting so fucking triggered. I don't know what you're talking about. You're trying to get me to look at a certain thing. I'm not on that right now. I'm looking at something else, and you're like freaking out about me and being like, I'm the problem with common sense. What's your... Dude, you didn't send me something to go look at. I don't know. I don't read everything in the chat, and I don't know exactly what you're fucking on about. But, like, I'm watching something. If you don't like what I'm covering, then you don't have to watch it. But, like, chill. Like, chill.
Tough edges on this, and at the moment, like, people do kill themselves day in and day out. So if all we have are perfect systems, we have to know how to address them here, right? It's also a perfect system to just fucking ignore them, right? Like, is your system like oh, whatever, they're fine? Like, is that not also a broken system? So which question am I answering? Demon Mama, what do you think the state should be allowed to do if they find out that a minor is at risk of taking their own life? Okay, I can't do this way. Can I go around that edge? That feels like it's not fast enough. Make suicide a sin? Well, people
I'll take a look at whatever you were talking about later, okay? But, like, right now I'm on a segment, okay? I'm on a segment. And if you might not care about this, but, like, I want to watch this. Whatever. I won't stick to this forever, but, like, you know, I made the decision to come peek in on this. All right? We can be chill, all right? If you want to send me something to look at, hit me up in DMs, okay? But, like, I don't, like, I can't see everything in the chat and know exactly what you want me to look at or respond to. A social worker can't stop a suicidal person long enough to talk them down before it's too late. I mean, they can be, like, prepared to, I guess, like, detain the person if possible, but, like, cops breaking in with, like, their guns drawn, like, I've had cops called on me for having mental breakdowns before, and it's not fun, okay? They don't treat you like someone who's, you know, unwell and having like a reaction. They treat you like a fucking criminal, okay? And we got to work on that.
Right, in the Catholic, in the Christian religion, so that angle is already covered. We need more than that. Isn't there a turbo nozzle? Is it here? This is the hover nozzle. Look, let's just get the shine sprite first. We'll worry about the other stuff later. It'd be cool if our systems were okay. Okay, but that's not an answer. If the alternative is doing nothing, like that's worse, right? Like doing nothing is worse. It's easy to just fold your arms and go like, well, the system's not perfect, so I don't care. But like, I don't know. Seems kind of cringe. Would you never go to a hospital because hospitals are fucked up right now in America?
There's obviously shitty things that we have to contend with
doing nothing.
under the current system.
What are the effects of those stays? I know they fucking suck and they cost too much, but I wonder, like, does it actually reduce suicidality in any way? It definitely prevents suicide right then and there because you're in a hospital.
Yes, it prevents it right then and there, but it does not reduce suicidality. All right. As someone who's again been through this multiple times, and I guess the fact that I've been through it multiple times will tell you that, like, yeah, no, it didn't. But Jamie, the Commonwealth... I don't know what the Commonwealth of California is. Is that, like, another channel? Is that some community I've never heard of? Like, I'll check it out, whatever the fuck she's talking about. But, like, she seems to be taking it personally that I'm responding to this Vosh thing. Like... chill, I guess. All right?
But do the numbers just, like, rise back up to what they were before? Afterwards? Like, as soon as you're out of the hospital? Or is it enough of, like... shock to your constitution to dissuade you from future attempts? Gotcha, Lava, gotcha.
I mean, for me... hang on.
Find the research? This seems like a tough thing to study, but I would be interested in knowing the answer. God, where's the shell? Oh, there's the... God damn it.
So... I can only give anecdotal evidence, of course. But for me, all that being admitted for being suicidal ever did was make me want to be less public about my suicidality, right? It made me want to hide it more, you know? I rather than, like, having outbursts in front of my grandmother or whatever, I would, like, repress these feelings and, like, not talk about them, or I'd like write a bunch of suicidal shit in a notebook and then, like, do self-harm, you know? So, like, I feel like it overall doesn't really help you that much, but it again, whatever, it can prevent suicide in the here and now. So I guess overall it's not the worst thing in the world.
Son of a bitch. I believe there are a million better ways to address youth suicide before involving the state. However, Chris, whether the state should be able to assist parents in ensuring the child safe. Don't think that most of us would actually look into it. I think we should avoid action to arrest. Yeah, Demon, again, you're telling me what you wouldn't do, not what you would do. You're saying that you're okay with the state assisting parents? Like, okay, but, like, what do you mean? Like, you're telling me you don't want coercion. I knew that, but we can talk about this in the future if you want to. I understand this shit's complicated and that text isn't the best format, but, like, it seems like the specifics on this, like, it's not just, like, what you wouldn't be willing to do, you know? There's always going to be...
I really do hope they talk about this, because I want to see them actually sit down in good faith and, like...
shit is super spur of the moment, so I can understand that being thrown into a hospital bed for a bit would stop the suicide attempt, but... yeah, I don't know. I mean, couldn't you solve that same thing by, like, jumping in and bludgeoning them? Wouldn't that stop most, like, suicidality, right? Like, unironically. If there was, like, a hotline you could call, and you're like, hey, my friend's, like, thinking of suicide, and they're, like, on the way. They drive over there with, like, a big billy club, and they, like, kick down the door, and they thwack you, and then run off. Is anyone gonna kill themselves after that? What if they're dressed in a uniform?
Technically.
What if it's, like... okay, maybe it's not, like, a billy club. Maybe it's, like, one of those rubber foam baseball bats.
But, Vosh, you're making the argument. You could justify any action by saying, oh, well, it'll prevent suicide, right? You could justify anything with that logic. Like, oh, like, I'm preventing something bad, so this action is that we would normally view as a violation is okay. Right?
Is anyone going to commit suicide after being rubber foam baseball batted by a guy dressed up like a English Bobby? No. The answer is no. I don't know. I think I'm onto something here, guys. I'll kill myself later. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'd have to do the math. Less Vosh, let's traumatize people further. That'll prevent suicide. Oh, are you that humorless? Oh, okay. Come on. Was that an unironic message? maybe I'm the one being humorless, and that was an ironic message. It could be. Hard to tell these days. Many such cases. Sweet. It was ironic. Okay, sorry, Dreadmon. Then in that case, guys, I was the one being humorless. My apologies. Cancel culture. You know how it is.
I know he's not reading the YouTube chat.
Bad Canary, that's not what a grifter is. Posting shit to Destiny's community doesn't make you a grifter. It means you're associated with Destiny's community, which is far worse. No, it doesn't make you a grifter. Whatever opinion you might have of Hans, I don't think he's a grifter. I unironically got pissed off at someone so much I stopped being like borderline Roblox depressed, so the thwack thing might work out. No, that is like unironically true. I think anger is actually a really effective suicide prevention tool, right? I know anger is not generally a healthy emotion, but like, doesn't anger kind of blur out all other feelings?
Yeah, that's kind of true.
We'd have to, yeah, it's specifics to
when you find something to get angry about, it's less, it's easier to get distracted from.
No, like unironically, right?
Depressed as fuck.
Isn't anger kind of like a short-term self-destructive fuel that can push you through situations you otherwise wouldn't survive through? Like, pardon me if I'm reaching beyond like favorability here, but I'd be willing to bet a ton of Jews made it through the Holocaust out of spite. You know?
If you criticize Vosh, the Vosh fan club internet police will come to break your kneecaps for doing it, dude. I'm sorry, like,
do you guys seriously not think
I get so much shit for being pro-Vosh. Like, it's literally the exact opposite, all right? Every time I talk about Vosh positively, I get people annoyed in my chat. I get people trying to convince me he's a piece of shit. Like, and I've criticized Vosh a few times. I've never had Vosh fans come and, like, dogpile me. Not once.
Well, I mean, obviously.
But I do have anti-Vosh people dogpile me whenever I say anything pro-Vosh. Is he gonna keep listening to this fucking
this is
debate?
Shrine I've never gone. Yep. Times of my conversations with like sometimes people are so idealistically attached to like an understanding of the world they lose sight of reality, you know? When I talk to tankies or woke skulls or something, sometimes they are so ideologically driven towards a certain outcome that it feels like they're ignoring like shit. To the furthest reaches, to the greatest hyperbole. Now, Demon Mama, now you're misrepresenting me. I never said you were a tanky. Chad, did I say that? No, I didn't. Don't do the Professor Flowers thing where I say her rhetoric is Hitler-esque and she's like, will you call me?
Yeah, he didn't say that, Demon Mama.
To me, it frustrates me a bit because it feels like I'm arguing against like religious fervor sometimes. Now, without having done more research in this, I can't... Like, I want to learn more about this stuff on its own, you know, on the face of it, but... that's definitely, like, a vibe that I get. I can understand some frustration. No, we shouldn't debate from chat.
Is that seriously a fucking shine spot? Sorry, this game, like, there's so many, like, hidden shines in this game, it's fucking annoying. And I hate looking shit up, so
that sounds good.
I just like stumbling upon shit that I can't find.
Lucid Hominid, you're about to get fucked by the banhammer, my dude. I've seen you in chat. I've peeped. I know all, okay? Demon Mama talks, I respond. Jesus Christ, is fucked? What do you think this is? Fucking abuse? Holy shit, I'm just talking. I'm playing Mario, okay? God. Jesus. I see you.
Alright, we're gonna...
where was I? What was I? What was I saying?
And then the second question, which you refused to answer, was, are you in
favor
favor of a state interceding to stop someone from Robloxing themselves if their parents won't do it?
Oh,
that's a yes
hold on a second.
I love how it's just Robloxing yourself now. Like, that's what we call it.
You didn't let me finish that answer at all. Not even close. I didn't even get halfway through. You're doing it again. You're doing it again right now. Literally every single time I respond, you start to interrupt me before I can even answer. This is incredibly frustrating.
It's true. I don't think Demon Mama ever gish galloped here. Maybe you could make a claim about evasiveness, but that's not gish galloping. Demon Mama talks a lot, but that's also not gish galloping. Gish galloping is when you throw out a quick flurry of poorly substantiated points in an attempt to confuse your opponent and make it difficult for them to respond to all of them. If anything, because Hans is the one proposing the questions, he's actually closer to gish galloping than she is, even if she talks more than he does.
And I know, and it's funny. I guess like No, I'm done. I literally don't want to engage with you anymore. I actually think this is one of the worst. I'm disappointed personally because
Make
like
some nugs.
and whatever. Like you can say
on.
like you can say that's whatever. But I came on here because you invited me on. You wanted to have a talk about this, and I really genuinely
I
tried
got
to engage.
the tendies. Yeah.
I don't think you did, but that's totally.
Really? Wait.
I
Can
know.
you tell me where?
I know
wait,
you're disappointed.
You're
in me. I mean, you made fun of like the concept of like getting a kid to go to school, even though you agreed that like in certain situations.
Wait, did I make fun of that?
Yes, you did. I don't think you engaged with the question. You talked about like how to, in regards to like what's the important thing. I explained to you that like not having an education in society is literally life crippling for children.
Wait. And I never engaged with that?
Yeah, you didn't engage with that whatsoever.
I did literally engage with that. I don't know. Just watch back the VOD. Like I don't know. This is absurd. I genuinely did not expect like this level of actual.
By the way, because people have said, oh well, you admit that you didn't have an education, and look at you, like you don't have a job and whatever, and you seem like you know. And look, I've talked about the ways that's held me back and fucked me over in a lot of ways, but I do just want to make the point that like my sisters also lacked education the same way I did, and they all have jobs. They're all normal members of society who don't leech off the state, I guess, but yeah, like I don't know. I just, again, I agree with Demon Mama's overall take that like it's coercive in nature and that's bad. And that we should do our best to mitigate the coercive nature. I wish she was able to go into more like actual like prescriptions here rather than just like I feel like this is just like, I don't know, he's getting caught up on like a really broad philosophical disagreement. And, like, I wish Demon Mom would just go into her, like, individual, like, okay, here's the alternatives that I propose. Here's what we should be doing. Because I don't think she proposed that just here and now, as things stand right now, let's make school not mandatory without fixing anything about it first. I don't know, maybe she did. But, like, I'm pretty sure it's about an overall, like, an overall, like, overhauling of how we view education in general.
Bad faith for you.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you are.
What is all that?
I think you're exactly. That's what I thought.
Right,
so
hold on. I can get that. I can get that.
Oh, that was excellent. Oh, Jesus. She said we were done, so I took her out of the speaking to Hans thing.
All right.
Oh wait, did he rage quit?
Ass me.
Did he kick out Demon Mama at the end? Seriously? Yeah, I haven't watched this debate, so
okay, hold on. Conclusions?
Conclusions.
Well,
let's hear 'em.
In terms of the actual positions held, I'm gonna side with Hans more so than Demon Mama. In terms of the actual conduct and the framing of the debate, it was worthless because the actual important questions weren't answered.
That is true.
And talking about like how children would behave in certain situations or how much you could expect them to act in their own self-interest, these questions were left unanswered, which don't do the thing. Okay,
I do think Demon Mama can answer those questions, and she did. I mean, a decent job at like going into some of that stuff in her stream.
The difficult questions, the questions which, by the way, you can't really meaningfully substantiate in this context. You're basically arguing like theory, child psychology theory.
Well, it is theory. What are we arguing online that's not just like theory?
So anyway, with regards to performance, Hans definitely seemed to delight in the antagonism here, which does, even if it's not bad faith, it does come off as kind of weird, and it does lend some scrutiny to some of his behaviors, if that makes any sense. Or, to put it another way, it contributes to the reasons why a person might view him unfavorably after this. Because he seems to delight somewhat in the antagonism and in the, in the conflict and.
All right. Well, my conclusion is that Demon Mama is based. I generally agree with her, although there might be a few like holes in her idea, but like I genuinely, I generally agree with where she's at. I'd honestly like to hear her and Demon Mama, her and Vosh sit down and discuss this. Hopefully that'll happen. Because I do think she has a lot of really good ideas on this shit. And, like, a lot of people just get mad when they hear, oh, you should make school not mandatory, you know? And they go, what? You're gonna let kids do whatever the fuck they want? It's like, it's more complicated than that. It's more nuanced than that. We're talking about, like, overhauling the education system and making it something that, like, again, where kids are incentivized to go to school, and like where there's alternatives for kids to get different types of educations depending on who they are and how they learn. Demon Mama talks to Demon Mama's clone. Demon Mama is not a Vosh clone, okay? That's like calling me a Vosh clone, which, I mean, people have done before. And it's a little insulting. It is, because, look, just because you gain some, God damn it. Just because you're influenced in some way by a person doesn't mean you're a copy of them. That's not what that means, okay? It just means, you know, you've got some similar ideas. Alright? I was influenced by Vosh, sure. I've been influenced by other people like TJ and, you know, Paul and Kyle Kalinske and you know, various other creators. You know, I have a lot of influences. I'm not any of those people. No, I mean, you said she was talking to Demon Mama. Oh, you were talking about the fact that I misspoke. Okay. All right. Okay, that's fine. No, I've seen people be like, "Oh, like Demon Mama is nothing but a Vosh clone." I mean, that's what Destiny and his community say. Anyway. Grade school is to teach kids fundamentals of learning, reading, writing, and arithmetic. College, at least today, is pretty much used to get certification in certain fields of work. Yeah, and what's the purpose of high school and middle school, which are in between? Again, I generally view schooling as its main function is to churn out compliant workers, all right? That's its main function. And if you don't fit within whatever, you know, whatever is the agreed upon structure of your school, like you, or of the school system that you're in, you get left behind. You're not, that's not, like, the system doesn't care about you at that point. That's why people end up fucking dropping out. Or failing out, flunking out of shit. Or, like, it's because the system is set up for people who think and are able to learn a certain way, and everybody else gets left behind. And because, you know, maybe those people aren't a huge majority, it's like, oh, well, whatever, you know? Yeah, well, maybe those kids were just lazy, you know? Maybe they just didn't want to learn. Maybe they didn't have the fucking opportunity to learn in ways that were meaningful to them. And so I do think, like, we need to, again, we need to overhaul everything about education and the way it works, all of it. I'm primarily influenced by Destiny. I like Vosh too. My favorite thing about Destiny is he values evidence and never engages in conspiracy or arguments he can't bite the bullet on, or he is moved. I don't know. I don't know Destiny that well, aside from his interactions with Vosh and Demon Mama. And I've seen him behave like a total dipshit. not just with them, but with other lefties in general. And so I don't know. He's very uncharitable to lefties, and it's he's uncharitable in general. I don't know. He's not my favorite person. I definitely don't have a problem with Destiny or anything, but like, he's not my sort of content. He's very spiteful. He is a very, I think he's very spiteful. And I think I've drawn a lot of parallels between, him and Paul, because I feel like they both have like this very spiteful attitude, towards people with disagreements with them, especially people who have come out of their communities who have disagreements with them. And it's, they engage in some very cringe behavior. All right. Very, very cringe. That's a totally fair assessment. He has reasons to dislike both. I mean, maybe he does, but those are two people that I like, and I don't like the way that he attacks them. I really don't like the way he attacks Demon Mama. He's kind of like totally an asshole to her, I feel, for like no reason. And yeah, I don't know. He's not the kind of content I choose to engage in with. Some kids do fall into that category of not wanting to learn. My question is, what do you do with those particular kids? I know what you don't do. Force them into a fucking school system that they're not going to engage with, that they're not going to want to engage with. That's not the way to solve that problem. We gotta find alternatives. Again, like, Demon Mama threw out some ideas, like, oh, maybe, we have, like, different systems set up, and like, programs where, like, oh, like, you could go, like, have, like, a community, like a community thing with, like, other young people where you can get together and go, like, volunteer or, like, do shit. I don't know. Like, there could be all kinds of shit. Education, there should... Look, my thing is that we absolutely need to stop with the one-size-fits-all approach to education. It doesn't work. It does not work. We need several alternatives. There need to be like 8 or 9 different options for each student, okay? Yeah, like, overall, like, my biggest problem with schooling isn't, like, I know, like, I do agree with Demon Mama. I'm anti-coercive education, but my problem more with it is that it's this one-size-fits-all approach where you're expected to be able to, go along with this one supposed way of doing things. And if you can't, too bad. You're useless to society. And, society doesn't care if you end up homeless at that point. That's the problem that I fucking have. Alternatives equal school choice. Community service is just free child labor that teaches kids nothing will be necessary for... That's not true. First of all, there's many different things that community service could entail. Okay, many different... Community service is such a broad term. Again, my youth council that I was president of when I was in high school, we did community service, but that was so many different things. There were so many different activities and things that we got involved in our community, and it was fun. It was fun. I loved it. I hated school. I didn't like going to school, but my favorite part of the school day, or at least days that I would go to that at the community center, were days that I had that to go to after school, and I had that to look forward to. there's all kinds of different alternatives. We could have like proper trade schools where like you could actually go learn the trade that you want and like spend your time like learning the skills you need to like go forward with that. God damn, the fucking trade school that I went to. Oh my, in fact, it's such a joke. I've heard it doesn't even exist anymore. I think it was closed down recently. But like, sure, they had a bunch of shop classes that you could take, but like not really much like in the way of like programs to like help you like. I mean, my God, like I had like several shop teachers tell me, I'm sorry, this is not your field. You're not gonna make it in X profession. I remember my fucking auto shop teacher told me, you're not gonna make it as a mechanic. You need to find something else. And like, that was like my backup. Like, I originally wanted to be a fucking electrician. I did terrible in that class, and I found out that I don't have the math grades that I need to go into that field. So I took woodworking, and my woodworking teacher sucked and barely taught us anything. So I took a machine shop class that I didn't really love, but I was like, you know what? Yeah, I could go into machining. That didn't work out. And I was like, okay, mechanic, auto shop. Like, I like working on cars. Yeah, I you know, I don't love working on cars, but it's, if I had to do that for the rest of my life, I wouldn't hate it. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I could handle doing that, you know, especially if I got paid good for it. But like, because of my like medical issues and neurodivergences and whatnot, my teacher told me that, like, yeah, he was like, I'm sorry, you're not a mechanic. You're never gonna be a mechanic. And like, so I went to a trade school that its purpose was to help kids that, you know, didn't necessarily fit in to the regular schooling, to have like kind of alternatives, some like hands-on learning. And like, that shit didn't work for me. So it's clear like trade schools aren't good enough. And I'm not saying we should get rid of trade schools. We should fund them better and you know, make them staff them better too. Have them like, holy fuck. There's certain things that I would have been better at if there were more people who were like, whose job it was to like help people who are struggling. But like, I don't know. Right, but it has to be mandatory. Yeah, like I don't think it needs to be mandatory. I think if you give kids multiple options and say, here, do what you want. Again, should we socially incentivize parents to encourage their kids to go to school or do something educational as they grow up? Yes, absolutely we should. Okay? And if kids are being abused or like not not getting any kind of education or not doing any, or, you know, they're I don't know. I don't think the state needs to step in necessarily. I think, again, if kids are being abused, yes, the state needs to step in. But like, if kids are just like, you know what, I don't want to go to school right now. You know, maybe like, I don't know, send someone from like CPS to have a talk with the kid, or a social worker or whatever, to have a talk with the kid and find out, hey, why don't you want to go to school? You know, what's the problem? You know, here, let's talk about the alternatives, you know, here's the things you could do. But like, if at the end of that, they're like, no, I just don't want to go to school. That's just, I don't want to. Then I guess it's just up to the parent at that point. Either ground your kid, or, you know, incentivize them another way. Because, I mean, also, like, this would go hand in hand, at least in my mind, with paying kids to go to school, which I absolutely believe needs to be a thing. Yeah, school should have shorter hours. School should have, school should honestly be structured more the way college is, where you don't have to go the whole day. You don't have to go every day. You just have to go enough that, like, you get your work handed in, and, like, you know, the teachers know that you're that you know the material, right? But outside of that, like, and I'm not just saying let kids do nothing. Let's have, like, places where kids can go and socialize and interact with other kids throughout the day. You know? That's not necessarily educational. So that there can be alternatives on every level. I don't know, I think these are good ideas that at least need to be talked about. School choice, it works for higher education, so it'll work for public school. Voucher time. Yeah, maybe. What? You don't want to bring us into the chat? What, I'm supposed to bring everyone in who disagrees with me? I'm actually thinking of winding down this stream. This was a very impromptu stream that I initially did because I thought maybe I was going to have a conversation with Lord of Patriarchy. That didn't happen. So, chilled with Annie for a bit, and then someone wanted me to watch Vosh respond to the Demon Mama debate, which we checked out a little bit. Mostly when I do streams like this, though, I just want to talk to the chat about whatever y'all want to talk about. You know? But yeah, look, we can have conversations about how to overhaul schooling. I believe it needs to be overhauled. It needs a complete rebuilding from the ground up, okay? Absolutely. Everything about it needs to be completely restructured. We need to completely rethink the way we do schooling on every level. I do believe that wholeheartedly. I don't know what the solutions necessarily are, but I think they should be discussed. And I think Demon Mama poses some very good ideas. Not perfect ideas, but, you know, ideas worth delving into and discussing. How come Lord Dave couldn't make it? Well, look, the only reason, because Annie, whenever Annie goes into Dave's chat and he's live, he's like, oh, well, why don't you come and debate me right now? And, like, he's done that, like, 3 or 4 times within the last few months. And then he said he didn't he hasn't talked to Annie for 6 months, which was bullshit. But yeah, since we had just finished talking about him on Underhaven, and I saw that he was live, I was like, you know what? I'll set up a quick stream, and I'll see if he wants to have me on, and I'll dual stream it. But he was not interested, and he decided to, like, frame it as if, like, oh, we're trying to take advantage of him while he's drunk, as if he's not, like, always drunk when he's streaming. Like, I've only ever seen him drunk, so why am I going to expect anything different? But yeah, no, he didn't want to talk. He was too scared. Even though he keeps saying I'm scared to debate him, I'm not scared. I've told him I'd debate him constantly. He doesn't want to. Vosh is responding to the Professor Flowers versus someone else. Damn, he's streaming late, yo. He's like,
I think if you're having representation of anti-abortion, be like, it's good to acknowledge, like, there are people who think that abortion.
Yeah, he's streaming like crazy. I'm not gonna watch his I'm not gonna respond to this anymore. It's all good. There's just not enough money and heart put into or love put into education. At least not in the U.S. system. If everyone's kids went to the same school, people might put some more effort into the educational system. Well, I think we need more schools, and everyone doesn't need to be going to the same schools. We need to be building an education infrastructure that is wide and robust and able to accommodate all different types of learning, every different type of student, you know. I think that's what's important. Anyway, yeah, this has been a late stream. Okay, yeah, he's doing a special long stream. That's cool. I was watching him. That's how long ago I was watching him, and then I did 2 streams in between. I did an hour and a half long stream with Annie, and then a 2.5 hour long stream on my channel. And Vosh is still fucking live, so that is a long stream. I don't know. Maybe he'll still be live when I'm done. But yeah, yo. Oh, just a heads up. Also, it's late too. I'm gonna wake up super late tomorrow, aren't I? I'll try to wake up earlier so that I can actually like stream early enough that we can do the patron show. We need to do our patron show, and I need to not push it off to the last day of the month as I have been. So tomorrow or today, I guess, because it's 4 a.m. almost. I'm hopefully I'm gonna do my patron show, and I'll probably drink a little. I also got an edible from the weed shop, so yeah, I'll probably do that, and I'll get drank on stream, and we'll comment on some of my old shit. It'll be lots of fun. Those streams are always fun, responding to my old cringy videos and shit. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, chilling, hanging out. Thank you for all the likes. Make sure to subscribe, everybody. This isn't subscribe, this is like. I don't know what symbol there is for subscribe. Subscribe, like, and subscribe. I don't know. Do it anyway, okay? There doesn't need to be a hand motion for it. Just do it. Do it, goddammit. Consider becoming a patron. Consider donating if y'all want to help me out. I'm pretty much living off of this channel right now, as sad as that sounds. So any donos really do fucking help me out. Patrons help me out too. Yeah, I don't know about this Commonwealth Club of California YouTube channel, but if it's a real thing, someone can send it to me and I'll check it out. I don't know, but yeah, I gotta get some rest. Make sure to join the Discord, guys, where, by the way, we got new roles. We got new pronoun roles, and we also got what is it? New notification roles. We got a new watch party role for whenever we watch shit in the Discord together. Like I'm gonna be showing Annie some Doctor Who soon in the Discord. If y'all want to join us, go join my Discord. Go to the assign roles channel and click the watch alert role. And yeah, whenever we do that, you can get a notification. You can also get a notification when we do voice hangouts. If I have a guest appearance on another channel, when I go live and do streams, and when we upload videos, including like clips on Hopium Nuggets. Which, go subscribe to Hopium Nuggets. They haven't released any clips lately, but they release clips of my channel, little segments and shit, so you don't gotta sit through the whole stream. Really good shit. Go check them out. They're linked in my suggested channels. But even if you don't want to do all of that shit or any of that shit, I just appreciate y'all hanging out, chilling. Y'all are fucking awesome, amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. And I hope to see you all next time. Until next time, have a wonderful night, guys. And peace out.